The Oologah Mustang Network is on the air. And this is Mustang Football.
Let's go!
And now, here's your host, Brent Kellogg, Kevin Hogue, and Blake Salt.
A lot of history of the United States, and its expansion westward follows the growth of the American railroad system. The heritage of Oologah, Oklahoma is no different. In 1889, what was then the Kansas-Arkansas Railway laid tracks through what became Oologah in Indian Territory. May 25th of 1891, the Oologah Post Office was opened. We share a similar story with our Cardinal neighbors to the south. 6 years after Oologah was established as a community, Dr. A.H. Collins established a post office on May 28th of 1897, and what would be known as Collins Post Office eventually became Collinsville, which was a small community that developed along the Santa Fe rail line. Several dairies were located in Collinsville. Most delivered products to Tulsa. And in 1948, Oklahoma Agriculture Mechanical University, a lot of us would know them as Oklahoma State University, named Collinsville as the dairy capital of Oklahoma. Both towns share a similar history, and both share a rich tradition in high school football. Tonight, the Collinsville Cardinals have hopped a train to Mustang Stadium as they take on the Oologah Mustangs. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg, and I'm glad to be back on the Mustang Network for another year of Mustang football. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Kevin Hogue, and new to our broadcast this year, our very own Blake Salt. And I got to apologize that I'm probably going to call him Brent for most of the night. The Mustangs start their 2021 campaign at home against an old rival, the Collinsville Cardinals. And be honest with you, a lot of people have their eye on Collinsville to make a run for that Class 5A gold ball. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to sit down and visit with our head coach, Darren Wagner. The Mustangs and the Cardinals are on the air. This is Mustang Football.
Rod Henry Construction, the business of and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Hey Mustang family, we are here today. I'm here with Coach Wagner, our head football coach, his second year here. So why don't you start off first? Everybody's still dealing with COVID. Why don't we talk about the differences in maybe this year and last year? And you had a non-traditional first year, so.
Yeah, I think last year, my first year, we didn't get on the football field until the middle of June. We couldn't be in the weight room. Things were shut down. We didn't have spring ball. We didn't have 7-on-7. We didn't have team camp. So a lot of those things that you normally do, we didn't have. This year it's normalized a little bit, so we definitely feel like we're ahead of where we were last year as far as scheme and preparation, things like that.
Sure, that's extra challenging for everyone, but being a new staff, I feel like maybe more so.
Oh yeah, it was.
With COVID.
Yeah, when you know, you take a new job and got the kids with you, have terminology change and things like that. And we were like everybody else. We were doing Zoom meetings, installing offense and defense, and I was learning kids' names through pictures on emails, so it was definitely different. And glad it's normal again.
So for those that aren't super familiar maybe with the program, or talk to me about the summer. What steps do you go through to get ready for Friday night? Because it's a long process.
Yeah, it is a long process. I mean, it feels like we've been in season for 3 months now, because back in May, the last couple of weeks of May, we started spring ball, and the day we had graduation, we were ending team camp over at Claremore.
Yeah.
So we had a 2-day team camp. Kids had a week off. We come back. We start 7-on-7 in Summer Pride. Summer Pride went for 8 weeks with a break in the middle, 7-on-7 the entire time. And so our kids really put in a lot of work. It's amazing how many hours they put in. And as a coach, we always talk about cashing your check, and now that the season's here, we hope to cash that thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. So looking ahead, obviously Friday night we have Collinsville, big rival, 5A school. They've been on an upswing lately. So talk to me a little bit about the challenges they present Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team. They're ranked number 2 in 5A right now, and they have the big senior class. Most of their kids are seniors. They got a couple juniors that are playing some meaningful minutes or starting for them. But they're a good group. You know, their quarterback's kind of a dual threat guy. He can run it, he can throw it. They got a 6'3" receiver that they'll try to get it to, and they got a couple of good backs to hand it to. So defensively, we just need to make sure we keep the pass in front of us and try to get down and distance on our side where we can win third down and get off the field. I think that'll be a big key. And then, you know, offensively, we like our offensive line. We have some size there. We talk about having a physical brand of football. They're a good defense. They have good team speed, so we're going to have to lean on them and play Oologah Mustang football.
Yeah, and again, it seems like every year we play Collinsville, it's 1,000 degrees. So it's going to be really hot Friday night. So hydration and having your body prepared starting now, doing all those things, taking care of your body is going to be important. So
yeah, I think so. You know, drinking water, Gatorade, eating right, those are all things we've been stressing to our kids. And it's also going to be important with that heat that some of our kids that roll in really step up. I mean, it might only be 2, 3, 4 snaps at a time, but that's pretty valuable for getting a kid off the field for a minute.
Get them a breather, get them a drink.
Yep.
So talk to me about some returning guys that just have really impressed or maybe stepped up their game a notch, whether it's in the weight room or out on the field, leadership-wise. You know, we have a lot of returning guys. So
yeah, I think you start with our seniors first of all. Gabe Grazier, who has like 5 scholarship offers right now. That's exciting for him.
Yeah.
He's had an unbelievable summer, and he had a big camp circuit over the summer, and he's an extremely good player for us. We expect him to be a big-time leader. So he'll kind of anchor that offensive line and defensive line. Also, Aiden Trimble returning at running back, and it's Sam Backer for us. Will play a huge role on both sides of the ball. You know, Brody Sappington's back. AJ Streeter is back in the secondary. Brody on the defensive line. Nate Morrow back at inside backer. Caden Smith back at inside backer. We do have some faces there that have seen a lot of snaps. So we're going to lean on those guys. They're all going to be important. Sure. Joe Griswold obviously has started for a couple years at corner, and he'll also be running the show at quarterback. Joe will have, yeah, he'll have to pull some double duty, but he's a tough, intelligent kid. We expect a lot of him, and we're sure he'll get it done.
Absolutely. So last year you mentioned AJ. He kind of came on the scene. I remember calling his name about midway through the game at Collinsville, and he really stepped up and kind of came out of nowhere. I believe it was his first year playing for quite some time. Is there a kid that comes to mind that maybe I'm going to be calling on Friday night that I didn't call last year, didn't call his name a lot?
Well, I hope there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, sure.
That's what every coach, you know, it's kind of, the opener is always a kind of amazing thing, because when you look 2-3 weeks in, how much difference you are, or who has kind of rose to the top on your team, that always changes. But Patty Miller's one. He's a senior, but he didn't play football last year. Yeah. He started at our rover position, which is in a weak side, outside linebacker. He'll see some duty at receiver and possibly running back, a little bit hybrid on offense. So we really think Patty could come along and do some things. Another kid that we expect a lot of is Riley Robinson. He's starting right now at right tackle. He did not play last year.
Correct.
And he will be a big key to that offense on that right side. But you've got Braden Langman on the other side from him, who's played a lot of snaps in the past. So 4 of those guys have a lot of experience. It's a little bit new to Riley, so he'll have to come along quickly. But Patty and Riley are 2 kids we really think can come along and help us.
Sure, that's exciting. And last couple of questions. What's something, do you have a superstition, game night, game day? You got to have a Pepsi, everybody's got something.
I got to have a Pepsi. I don't know that it's a superstition thing. I just think it tastes good. I like the real pop, not the diet pop. Sure. I know I don't want my kids to say, I said, hey, when you get old and out of shape like me, you can have a Pepsi. Right now you can drink some water. But I'm not overly superstitious. I just I don't have anything that sticks out, I guess.
Sure. Well, last thing I want to say is I appreciate Coach Wagner. You know, a lot of people don't know. He teaches class here at the high school. Second hour, he has leadership. They're doing a canned food drive this week. So first game of the week, he's running a canned food drive school-wide. He has a big presence here at the high school. He's a positive guy. I think back to Coach Ron McHenry, who was a football coach at Quita when I was there, and having him in the building. I mean, he's passed away now. and he's in the Hall of Fame. But having him in the building every day, just the impact that you guys can have, and seeing kids and knowing kids, I appreciate that. And so really appreciate Coach Wagner, and really look forward to Friday night. So we'll see you there.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Welcome back to the Advanced Home Mustang Tailgate Show. Got a special guest with us this week, actually a feature we're adding to our broadcast this week. Normally we'll have the chance to talk to Grant at halftime because of some technical issues. I'm going to just kind of bump him here to our pregame show, to our tailgate show. So Grant, first of all, welcome to the Mustang Network. Glad to have you along.
Hey, thank you. I've enjoyed watching you guys for a long time, and it's good to be a part of the show.
And Grant's actually former play-by-play guy for the Owasso Rams, but he has stepped onto a little bit bigger stage, and that's some of what I want to talk about. I mean, you are covering Oklahoma sports statewide. You're co-host of a TV show with former sports anchor Chris Lincoln. Tell us a little bit about that show and when it airs.
Well, it's actually a revival of the show that Chris did with Go Clouds and J.V. Haney a couple of years ago called Oklahoma Sports Scene. That ran basically up until COVID, kind of put a nix on it, and, kind of like it did a lot of things. The Oklahoma Sports Scene was one of the victims of that show, and Gil and J.V. actually both retired, and so they I'm going to end up joining Chris as his new co-host. And, that's going to air on the Cox Your View channel Wednesday nights at 10:30. Wednesday nights at 10:30, and then it'll be on at other points during the week when they have programming to fill on that channel. And we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be actually filmed on location out at the Hard Rock Casino in Catoosa. And we'll have a lot of good guests. One thing about Chris is that during his time with ABC and ESPN and some of the other stops that he made in the horse racing circuit, he got to make a lot of contacts, and a lot of those folks will still jump at the chance to be on a television show with him.
Well, one of the things I'm excited about your statewide radio show, actually tonight, you guys are doing a statewide show just covering all of high school football. It's the Prep Sports postgame show airing on 22 stations across the state of Oklahoma. You can catch it live. 97.1 is probably the most sport enthusiasts would know here at Sports Animal. For some folks that may live on the northern end of the Oologah district, you might pick it up on 101.1. That's the Bartlesville affiliate of the Sports Animal. Man, talk to us a little bit about that show. I'm excited to see that happen.
That really is something that really took off this year, and it was something that I really had wanted to do for a long time. I had hosted a similar show in Arkansas that aired on about 50 stations statewide with a fellow named Rex Nelson who's still doing it over there. And, when I moved to Oklahoma, I realized that there wasn't really anything like that. We would, Owasso would play down at Southmore, they'd play down at Norman, and we'd be driving back, and you just really couldn't hear anything about high school sports on the radio during those hours after the game when everybody's driving home. And so I decided that I wanted to fix that. And so when we stepped away from doing the Owasso this year, I decided that, hey, let's go for this. And, we pitched it to the 107.7 The Franchise, which is the flagship station of the Oklahoma Sooners in the Oklahoma City market. They said, yes, we'll do that. Let's put that on this year. I was thinking we might do it next year, but they wanted to go with it. We also, visited with Kevin Ward and his crew at the Sports Animal Network up here in the Tulsa area, and he was really open to it. And so all of a sudden we start calling more stations, and we've got 22 that are going to be a part of the show this year. We've even got one over in Fort Smith, Arkansas that carries it for those counties along the border. And so it's really just something that God blessed us with an opportunity and opened all the doors, and we've been able to really provide something that I think is unique, at least in this part of the state. It's definitely unique to listeners, and I think people will enjoy it. They hear the scores immediately after the game, and then we talk to people who are at the game and who are part of the game, broadcasters like you, coaches, whoever can come on with us and, give us a good report of what happened. You get kind of a different outlook of every part of Oklahoma because, we even got reports coming out of Guidon and Woodward and Altus and Broken Bow, places like that. It's truly a statewide thing, and you'll hear about all the different schools that make Oklahoma football great.
Well, if you want to watch the show, you can catch it on the Skordle app, Skordle. And that's just a fantastic app for giving you sports updates and so on and so forth. While time is expiring on us, let's talk quickly about some great games that you're looking forward to tonight. BA and Union is one that I just have circled. I'm going to be following all night long just to watch that score.
That's a good one that's going to happen tonight. Of course, if you go to GameDayOklahoma.com, which is our other project, another website that we have a big game preview video that is with myself and Adam Hildebrandt, the voice of Broken Arrow, and then Chris joins us as he's one of the Union broadcasters this year. And so you can break down that game with those guys. Josh Blankenship, of course, out to his second game as the head coach of the Tigers. Third, he faces Dad, but he's got to get through Union tonight. He is off to a great start with 42 to, I think, 45-22 win over the team out of Mansfield, Texas, that they played in week 1. And so now they got to come to Union. That's his alma mater. He was the old quarterback there at Union for a long time during his high school years, and now he comes back to his alma mater as the head coach of one of their arch rivals. It's got all the off the field storylines that just kind of make it great, and it'll be a good game tonight either way. I think I would take, honestly, I don't know who I'd take. I keep going back and forth. I think Union, because they're just off to such a good start in their role after the way they finished the season last year. But Josh could have some things up his sleeve. And then the other one I'm watching tonight, Bixby and Jinx. Man, can anybody beat Bixby? It might be Jinx tonight, the reigning Class 6A1 state champion. They will probably have the best shot in the early part of the season of anybody in beating the Bixby Spartans.
The Prep Sports post game starts at 10 o'clock. 97.1 FM locally. You can watch it on the Skordle app. Grant, so much. Thanks for your time tonight, man. We will actually call in and talk about how life goes here from Mustang Stadium tonight, and we'll holler at you later.
Brent Kellogg makes his great return to radio tonight, sometime around 11 o'clock on 97.1. We're looking forward to it. So
we'll be back with more of the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show right after this.
You deserve a bank that understands how hard you've worked to get where you are and how hard you're still working to keep things going. Life and its circumstances and challenges is what makes all of us who we are. At Armstrong Bank, we'll always roll up our sleeves and work right along beside you, generation after generation. Armstrong Bank, for more than 100 years.
Welcome back to Advance Home Tailgate Show. The Mustangs, Cardinals tonight live from Mustang Field. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg, joined by my partner in crime, Kevin Hogue. Blake Salt, new to the team. Blake, welcome to the broadcast, by the way, buddy. Good to have you along.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's down there right there by the band. He's going to get us the fresh rendition of the national anthem here in just a little bit. Guys, 2021 campaign is getting started. I think it's really important tonight that you set the tone. Kevin, let's start with you as we embark upon this season. We've seen some scrimmages, and those are really important in order to get your feet under you and get real playing time. But what do the Mustangs need to do tonight to find success, to set the pace for the rest of the season?
Sure, I think they're going to have to lean on their offensive line. We got 3 veterans up there, kind of big-time expectations there, and probably shorten the game, run the ball a little bit. Obviously, they're a really good team, ranked number 2 in 5A, so all those things apply. Take care of the ball, but I think we're going to have to lean on our offensive line tonight.
Blake, you've worked with Coach Wagner. I mean, you were part of the system last year. What has he done? And I know you haven't been a part of the practices, but you know him well enough and his stuff. What's he done, you think, tonight to get the guys ready to play football?
I'll tell you what, he brings a lot of energy to this team and to this town and the community and everything within in the weight room and practice every day. They redid the locker room. They got a counting down to this game. I know there's been some high stakes and high expectations for this game for this Oologah Mustangs team.
We can hear Kent Jensen in the background. He's talking about the starting lineup. Let's do that as well. Let's just kind of go over the depth chart, the guys that we'll see a lot of time from. I think also in talking coach this week, he plans on keeping guys fresh, and because you're going to see Joe Griswold, who's our starting quarterback, on both sides of the ball.
Correct.
And so he's going to do his best to keep guys fresh. Let's just start with the offensive line. On the left tackle, you've got Braden Langman. Next to him at the guard, you've got Colin Schrader. Gabe Grazier I know you have your quarterback that leads the team, but Gabe is just the mature guy that kind of anchors that whole front offensive line. He's playing the center. Jackson Gill is a sophomore starting at right guard, and then you've got Riley Robinson at right tackle, who's a senior. But you're going to see a lot of rotation, I think, on that right side. It's really important.
Correct, and those two on the right side are new. They've done a really, really good job. He's excited about that. And like I said, those three on the left have all been returning starters. And as you mentioned, Gabe, senior, made the finals in the wrestling state tournament, really matured, and we're going to ask a lot out of him tonight.
At receiver, wide receiver, A.J. Streeter. I'm excited about A.J. Coach Wagner, he's excited about A.J. I kind of expect him to have a breakout year. Ashton Wright's a sophomore. He'll see some snaps. And then Braxton Moore, who's a junior, he will see some time at wide receiver. Tied in, you'll see Rafe Tackett sometimes come in that bigger package, if you will. At running back, you've got Aiden Trimble, senior, just a veteran guy. He brings a lot of experience to the table. I think they're going to lean heavily on him to kind of keep the ball on the ground and moving the chains.
Yeah, kind of keep on schedule, as they say.
Yep.
He's a hammer.
Nate Morrow will also play at running back. And then from time to time, you'll see Connor Linham. Say his last name for me.
Linham.
Tomato. There you go. He will play in that halfback position. And then it all kind of centers on that quarterback, Joe. We call him on the baseball field JoJo Griswold, but Joe as the junior quarterback as he takes the snaps for the Mustangs tonight. On the defensive side of the ball, at defensive end, you've got Rafe Tackett as a sophomore, but you'll also see Gabe Grazier on defensive end. You've got Corey Eaton as a junior playing that nose right there in the middle. Brody Sappington, Colin Schrader will rotate in and out on the other side. At the outside linebacker, you'll see Aiden Trimble, your inside linebacker. He talked a lot about Nate Morrow and Caden Smith just taking a lot of snaps. And Patrick Miller, as a senior, will play in that outside linebacker on the other side. Our defensive backs, Max Hale, he's a senior, and then Ashton Wright is a sophomore, will also be back there. He said you're going to see Joe. You're going to see Joe Griswold. Sometimes been there. He says when we're kind of anticipating a play that's going to be a pass play, Joe will step in. And then your safeties are Ty Stevens and A.J. Streeter. So that's your defense. Got some seniors on there, but you also got some youth on your defense side too.
Absolutely, and that's important. So you're bringing back some experience, but you're bringing back some youth and some excitement. And, again, maybe some depth that we haven't had, so we can rotate some guys in and keep them fresh on a night like tonight when it's really warm.
Well, I think tonight energy management is really, really important too. Man, I've been here. Our technical director, Rick Fisher, we've been up here today getting everything. It's that first game of the season, right? Getting everything working. It's hot. The sun is down behind the clouds. I mean, it's going to turn out to be a beautiful evening, but it's just warm, and I think staying hydrated, energy management's really important for your first game of the season.
Absolutely, and I know if you remember last year, I was talking to the trainers, there were nights like this we might drink 30 gallons of water, so it's a lot of water.
That's a lot of water. Blake, you're down on the field. I'm assuming you don't need a jacket while you're down there.
No, it's pretty warm, but it's definitely cooled off a lot from this afternoon, and they've been practicing some hot afternoons. It's going to feel really nice when they come out here out of the locker room.
You're kind of sporting a pretty nice shirt. I don't know if the camera guy could get that. Actually, I tell you what, I'm going to take a break here. We're getting ready to go to our national anthem. The Mustang Stallion Battalion will lead that, so I'm going to turn it over to Kent Jensen, our PA broadcaster, and let you join the stadium.
And now our national anthem performed by the Oologah High School Stallion Battalion under the direction of John Matthews and Dave Smith.
That gets us started 8 minutes away from kickoff. Hello, everybody. I am Brent Kellogg. I'm joined
On behalf of Oologah Public Schools, Superintendent
Blake Salt. I've already said it once. Blake Salt is on the side. I apologized to him beforehand. I said, man, I apologize. I graduated with Blake's dad, and so Blake's with us joining the team tonight. Guys, I want to talk real quick about who do you think are going to be some key impact players, like almost who you got. Who do you expect tonight the Mustangs need to have a big game night out of, and what do you expect in terms of big production? Kevin, I'll start with you. Who you got?
I think, everyone's going to say Aiden Trimble or maybe the quarterback, but I'm going to go with your guy. You said A.J. Streeter. I think he's going to have to break free for maybe a long 50-yard plus touchdown, something kind of dynamic play to get us fired up and an explosive type play.
Blake, what about you? Who you got? Who you expect tonight to have a big night for the Mustangs?
Gabe Grazier's going to have a huge night. He's got it nailed down, him on the nose all night long. He's going to be making big holes for Aiden Trimble. Going to run it, and going to probably throw it over their heads to A.J. Streeter.
You know what? I think it's really important for Joe Griswold tonight to have a big night. Of course, it's probably the easy pick, the quarterback. I think this offensive line, I like these stats. I like this size. If these guys can protect him, give him time in the pocket to make smart decisions, Joe needs to have a good night, and I think we can come out, punch Collinsville in the face. It's a friendly rivalry, but
yeah.
I think if Joe has a good night tonight, I think the Mustangs are going to do well.
As Coach Wagner said in the pep assembly, which was phenomenal, by the way, it's the first one we've got to have in a couple years. Coach Wagner can bring the energy, and the crowd was great. Kids were great. But I believe the long-time record is, 29 and something like 18. So we're looking for win 30 tonight in the old, what they call it, the river shootout here. So,
well, I'll be honest with you. People have Collinsville circled. I mean, they are anticipated to do well in
big
5A.
Things. Big things.
And I was talking with Dwight Tackett earlier. I mean, Dwight, part of some of those state championships way back when, take the roster and throw it out the window. This is a rivalry game.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
what I'm saying? It's high school football. Anything can happen. The right guy gets explosive, has a breakout night. The wrong guy gets hurt. It can go either way. I anticipate for this to actually be a pretty competitive, pretty good football game.
I do as well. I think you said it well, first game. You never know. You don't know what you don't know. So first game is going to show us a lot. They are a big, formidable opponent, and we're definitely not overlooking them. But it's a fun game. Glad we have it.
Big roster. It's 2 pages long. Big coaching staff. 6 minutes away from kickoff. Want to thank some of our great sponsors. Advanced Homes, the sponsor of our tailgate show. Appreciate Brian Vance and his family and all they do for Mustang Athletics. Also want to thank Armstrong Bank, new to the community, and also new to sponsoring Mustang Athletics. Matter of fact, they are here volunteering tonight. They're helping in the concession stand. I think they're honorary captains tonight. So big shout out and thank you to Armstrong Bank. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got the coin toss. The Mustangs are going to run out on the field, all that and more. We'll be back with more right after this.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, with early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
And the Mustangs run out onto the field. Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Kellogg, joined by high school principal Kevin Hogue, and we have got school started.
Yes, sir.
COVID and all.
Yeah, we all kind of hoped and thought, but kind of back at it. Kids are doing a great job. Teachers are doing a great job. Community's doing a good job. But, yeah, unfortunately, we're still dealing with it a little bit.
It's Advanced Homes Tailgate Show. Blake Salt's new to the team. Blake, what's it like down on the field? The team fired up as they run out of the Mustang Tunnel.
It's electric down here. It's like this every year. Collinsville's probably the biggest game of your season. Stallion Battalion's going to get on me, but it's just awesome down here. It's a great feeling. It's Friday night, first game of the season, and we're playing Collinsville.
I don't know about you. I kind of think he wants to put some pads on.
I know. He sounds a little juiced up.
He's a little fired up, and he's ready to go. The captains are headed to center field. You see Gabe Grazier out there representing for the Mustangs. You see Caden Smith and Aiden Trimble will be representing for the Mustangs tonight. We're getting ready for the coin toss. You got a couple of TV stations here. It's a big game. It's a big Northeast Oklahoma game. There's also some other great games across the Tulsa area. A game that we're going to be checking the score tonight. Jinx and Bigsby. Jinx winning 6A1 last year. Bigsby winning 6A2. And I think next year Bigsby's actually moving up to play with the big boys. And that game is tonight. We'll be checking that score. Broken Arrow Union, also another big game going on. Queen and Wagner, I think a lot of people will be watching that game as well. The visitor stands on the cross side of the field is full. Collinsville has traveled well to make that, 14-mile trip north. And the Mustang fans are filling in. We got a good crowd on hand as well. Maybe you're home tonight watching on YouTube. If you're a social media user, take just a second and share the feed. Looks like the Collinsville Cardinals won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half, so they will kick. And they will be kicking to the Mustangs, who will be on the north end, moving left to right. It's the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take one more timeout. It'll be a TV timeout. When we come back, it'll be the kickoff and so much more. You're watching Mustang football on the Mustang Network.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. We are just a minute 30 away from kickoff. And you've been listening to the Advanced Home Tailgate Show. I want to say a special thanks to some of our guests. Grant Merrill, by the way, will be doing a statewide high school prep show. 97.1 will actually be a part of that show about the 11 o'clock hour. So Mustang's going to call in and have a segment with them. So special thanks to Grant for being our guest. TJ Eckert was supposed to be with us tonight. Technical error on my fault, so I have to buy TJ lunch next week. Anyway, appreciate our Tailgate Show guests for being with us. So want to thank some of our sponsors too. Rod Henry Construction, man, they're just huge sponsors of Mustang Athletics. RBC Bank, that's my bank, and Will Rogers Animal Hospital, located right off Highway 169. Mustang fans are on their feet as we are ready to get the 2021 Mustang campaign underway, as Collinsville is set to kick it off, and they will kick from right to left. Mustangs have 3 guys back deep to return. Let's get started right here, guys, with just a great return to set the tone for the season.
Yeah, it looks like we have Streeter. Who else we got back there? Ashton Wright.
Braxton.
And Braxton Moore. You see a lot of those kind of corner kicks. We got Aiden Trimble kind of in that area where they might try to do something like that.
Cardinals are wearing that all white with red numbers. It just pops off the field. The Mustangs are in all blue with that gold helmet. And 2021 football is underway.
Let it go out.
They're going to let it go out of bounds. So the Mustangs will start with good field position.
Love the gold helmets. Both my sons play 7th and 8th grade football, and they're already looking forward to being a 9th grader, because that's when you get the gold helmet, not the white helmet. It's a thing, and it's an awesome thing.
Joe Griswold will lead the offense out. Great expectation for Joe. Of course, he had the opportunity to kind of sit behind Blake Salt last season and take the number 2 snaps. Blake taught him everything he knew. Now Joe's ready to go. A.J. Streeter going to be to the far side. Mustangs in a little bit of an offset I formation. Handoff up the middle.
Nice.
Going to gain about 4 on the play.
That's kind of what we talked about with Aiden. Keep it on schedule. Almost 5-yard gain. You can do anything you want on 2nd and 5. That's going to be important if we can start a lot of possessions like that.
I would much rather be calling plays at 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and 13. You
absolutely, absolutely. It brings play action in. It brings everything in. Defense has no idea what's coming. You can have a lot of success on 2nd and 3rd and short.
Braxton Moore to the near side. Streeter to the far side. They're going to hand off up the middle again. Aiden Trimble going to get a couple. Matter of fact, I think they're going to get him the first down.
Fell forward. You're going to see that a lot. Aiden Trimble's going to fall forward most times. I was here a lot this summer. He works out really hard, putting his body in shape to do things like that. So proud of him and looking for big things.
Move the chains with just 2 plays. First down and 10 for the Mustangs. Trimble in the offset eye. They're going to hand it off again. Couple of yards on the play. Gap kind of closed in the middle on him. Nate Morrill's going to come in for the Mustangs.
Just like you talked about, kind of managing that load. Give him maybe a breather. Give him a drink of water for Aiden Trimble. Get back out there.
Second down and 8 for the Mustangs. Just underway. 10:35 left to play in the first quarter. High formation for the Mustangs. Hand off up again. He's got some space. Oh, tripped him up. Brought down by number 11 for the Collinsville Cardinals. And if he didn't make that tackle, he's gone. Oscar Hammond for the Cardinals will bring down Nate Morrill. Great run for the Mustangs to move the chains.
Nate Morrill, a little bit smaller. He kind of hides behind that big line of scrimmage. And you're going to call Oscar's name number 11 for Collinsville a lot. He's a big-time athlete for them.
Big-time athlete. They've got him certainly circled on our scouting report. A couple of guys that Coach Wagner just said, yeah, they're just athletes. They're going to make plays. This time, Joe Griswold is going to keep it.
Took a big hit there by number 42.
He'll gain 5 on the play. He'll bring up second down. We'll call it a long, maybe second down at 6. Mustangs are going to sub in some players. It's a beautiful evening, just warm, so all day long I kept thinking about week 9 and week 10 when we're going to be putting on coats, gloves. No. You don't need them tonight.
No, I was looking back at some footage last year in the same booth, and we were bundled up, but not tonight.
Not tonight. Hand off up the middle. There's just not a lot there. Going to stay third down and 6.
You're already seeing Collinsville kind of almost like a run blitz where you send some guys up into the gap with the intention of kind of balling that up. So we're going to have to maybe go play action or get something outside away from that a little bit. We've done a good job running the ball and going downhill, though. That's a good sign for the offensive line.
Connor Lynham checking in for the Mustangs.
You're on the 34.5. I mean, you're probably in 4-down territory right here. It kind of opens up the playbook.
Definitely want to start your season by getting 6 on the board. Mustangs with 3 receivers.
Oh, dropped. You saw him kind of, number 44, jumping in there.
Kind of rattled him just a little bit, so that'll back up the Mustangs. It's going to bring up third down and 11 to the 39-yard line. Got some new coaches on the staff.
Yes, sir. We do.
Let's get this play, and I'll let you kind of talk about some of those guys. You get to work with them. Joe back to pass.
He caught it. Oh, they're going to say he was out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Never mind that we were going for a piggyback ride.
Yeah, the corner did a good job there of using the sidelines and just kind of getting his head around. AJ a little slow getting up. We don't need that. Looks like he's all right.
So Joe Griswold's going to walk over to the sideline. Looks like the Mustangs may just go for it.
Yeah, you're kind of in no man's lane. You're on the 39. Not going to kick a 56-yard field goal. What are you going to gain by punting?
Sure. Maybe 10, 12 yards. Suppose we'll take a stab at it.
At least this could be a quick type punt. Aiden Trimble, yep. At least we're going to get a Mustang bounce.
It's going to roll down about the 24-yard line. Excuse me. Yeah, 24-yard line. So just like that, the Cardinals will take over.
Good drive derailed there by that false start on 3rd and 5, or 3rd and 6 that took us to 3rd and 11. That's a big penalty.
And a lot of that is just first game jitters.
Yeah, ready to fire off and hit somebody.
I mean, you can make that same mistake week 9, but just first game jitters, man, when you got a chance to move the chains.
So you mentioned some new people. We got Coach Van Pelt there, the white shoes, doing a good job. He played some college football. Big strength and fitness guy. We got Coach DeVilbus over. He played some college baseball, but a great football player, great coach, great teacher. Got him in the classroom for Oklahoma history, and just excited about the type of person he is.
Andrew Carney, quite the player. Good quarterback there in a spread offense. Andrew's just going to keep it.
Nice job there. 71's that Corey Eaton.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, he's getting his first start. Corey Eaton doing a great job. Firing off and making a play.
They actually gave him a few more yards. So gain of 3 for the Cardinals start. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near sides. Cardinals move from right to left. Man in motion. He'll get enough to move the chains. First down for Collinsville.
That's Oscar again, running that jet sweep. You see a lot of that nowadays, whether it's college, high school football. Just trying to get him out on the edge and getting a running start, essentially.
He's got some speed, too. So first down and 10, ball's on the 40-yard line. Right up the middle, number 59, Brody Sappington will stop him. Gain of 2 on the play.
Good job there by Brody, senior.
Just wrapped him up, brought him down.
And if we can keep him off schedule after first down, that's going to be huge for us. If we can keep stopping the run, making it 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 5 like we talked about when we had the ball, that's going to be huge.
Carney going to roll this way.
Good pressure on him.
Pass is incomplete.
Good job there by Patrick Miller. That's a senior coming back out for football. Hadn't played last couple of years and jumping in the starting lineup. So,
3rd down and 8 for this Mustang defense.
Got Colin Schrader rotating in for Corey Eaton. Fresh legs on 3rd down. Good job by Corey.
.14 left to play on the play clocks. Collinsville's calling in their play. Mustangs swapping around their line just a little bit. A receiver to the far side. You got 2 to the near side. Carney back to pass. Under a little bit of pressure. He's going to go.
Out.
He's a slippery player, man. Is that Streeter? Nope. Caden Smith will knock him out of bounds, but not before they get the first down. Boy,
they're going to go quick. We're gonna get caught with too many men on the field here.
Yeah.
I think we might have got a timeout. Got a timeout before the penalty.
Got a timeout. We're going to take one as well. We'll be back with more right after this.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You aced vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Well, the lights are on. The stadium is full. The 2021 Mustang campaign is underway. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue and Blake Salt on the sideline. The Mustangs and the Cardinals. So we remain scoreless, just getting started in the first quarter. Carney's got all kinds of time. Guy across the middle, but he's over his head, so pass incomplete.
Good job by the Mustangs there. That was a tough throw. If he was going to fit that in, he had to throw it a little high. We had underneath, kind of bracket coverage.
I think pressure got to him a little bit, made him throw it a little faster than what he wanted to. 2nd down and 5 for the Cardinals.
Looks like they gave us the timeout, but still charged us the 5 yards.
Huh.
Usually they won't make you burn your timeout. You're trying to get that timeout called before. Maybe they didn't give us timeout because they went really quick. So
yeah, maybe so.
That's something to watch. Looks like they didn't. We still got one.
Hand off up the left side. Not a lot there.
Good job by the D-line again.
They're going to show no
Nate
gain
Morrow
on the play, so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Had him here last time, and their quarterback just slipped away with the quarterback run and picked up the first down and then some change, too.
Again, they're probably in 4-down territory as well. So, something to keep in mind on this play.
2 receivers to the near side of the field. Caleb Teehee.
Got trips now.
He had a big game against us last year. Number 32 over here as well. That's Joey Rigby. Carney's just going to keep it up the middle. He's going to get enough for the first down and a yard or 2 more. So 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Design run there, unlike the other one.
They just sealed that outside guy off.
Kind of spread you out, looking at trips one side.
Receiver to the far side, so yeah.
Good play design.
Carney just going to hand it off. Big halfback, number 42 on the carry. That's Braden Gilkey.
Want to give the Lady Mustang softball team some love. They're up 3-0. Bottom of 5.
This is the
right across the parking lot.
Mustang Invitational Weekend. They've been playing softball for it feels like 7 days around here.
Yeah, we have something like 12 teams come in
Yeah.
for the weekend and play a bunch of games. A lot of good competition. 6A schools there. Another design run.
Carney's just going to keep it. Dangerous play for your quarterback. Streeter will upend him. That'll move the chains. 1st and goal. Ball's going to be spotted down about the 8-yard line.
Need to make a play here. Hold them to 3 or at least a field goal attempt.
Hand off to that fullback up the middle. And he's going to make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Boy, just big, strong running, and he's a big back. He's hard to bring down.
Yeah, he's a big kid, and just a good job by them running the ball hard-nosed. I'm not sure they completed the pass on that drive.
That is Braden Gilkey, their halfback, will put 6 on the board. The Cardinals will come in for the PAT.
And we had some opportunities to get off the field there, so.
Anthony Blayu is their kicker, and the PAT is up, and it's good. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this. It's Mustang football.
At Will Rogers Animal Hospital, your pet's care comes first. Dr. Ron Wallace and his professional staff provide a wide range of services for all your pet's needs, from surgeries, vaccinations, boarding, and more. The friendly staff at Will Rogers Animal Hospital makes your pet's care a priority. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. They're located just off Highway 169 in Oologah. Give them a call today at 918-443-4444 and book your animal's next appointment. Will Rogers Animal Hospital, 335 South Elm Street in Oologah.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org and in 3 minutes you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
4:25. First drive, we're 7 on the table. Hello, everybody. Rick Keller along with Kevin Hope and Blake Salt down on the sidelines. I want to say thank you for joining us tonight as Mustang football is underway.
Yeah, it's exciting to be here. Again, want to thank Advanced Homes, Texoma Tractor, and definitely thank Cherokee Nation. They do a lot for a lot of public schools. Keith Austin, you see a lot of pictures of him. He does a lot for our band. He does a lot for just everything. So we appreciate all their sponsorship.
Blake, we're going to come to you in just a second, talk a little bit about the temperament. Not temperature, but temperament on the sideline. That's the attitude of the Mustangs as the offense gets ready to take the field. Collinsville set to kick it away. Mustangs have 3 guys back. Last time, Collinsville just kicked it out of bounds. Don't think it was necessarily on purpose. They'll take it at the 11. Get to about the 22. Not a lot there. Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. Blake, what's the attitude of the team while they're on the field ready to go back again?
You know, the offensive line got over here with Coach Messner. I think they made some few adjustments, and they're looking a lot better running out there. They look like they got some stuff ironed out. JoJo just came over here to Coach Wagner. He had a fiery look in his eyes. He's ready to play. He's ready to lead this team on a big drive here. Look for up front to win this game.
Be great. Mustangs come out wearing that all-blue uniform with that gold helmet. It's beautiful on the field. 2 receivers to our side of the field. Mustangs up the middle.
A little different look for the Mustangs. Had trips. or excuse me, at least 3 wide receivers. We had 2 near side. Streeter to the top side.
And gain 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 7.
A little different, bigger package coming in now. Especially with Rafe Tackett coming in, sophomore.
Rafe going to play a little bit in that tight end situation. Going to talk a little bit about his dad coming up in just a little bit. Hand off up the middle, Nate Morrow.
Good job by Nate to fall forward. Make it 3rd and manageable. Looks like 3rd and 3. Big here just for some confidence. Get a 1st down. We don't need to punt the ball back to them right now.
We need a 1st down, absolutely. Be good to complete a pass. Just kind of give JoJo some confidence to build upon for the rest of the game. And I think we're probably going to have to pass the ball a little bit. Otherwise, they're just going to lay right there in the box and make us – they're going to try to force us to pass it. So JoJo needs to get some of that under his belt.
We've already seen that after the first maybe 3 or 4 runs. We probably were averaging 8-10 yards a carry.
Sure.
They've kind of changed up there. A lot more white jerseys in the box. Yeah, false start. We had a tight package. Looks like Streeter kind of took a stutter step. Another 3rd down penalty is going to make it tough.
It's a new season of broadcasting on the Mustang Network. Got a couple of new features we're going to talk about. One is a Mustang Difference Maker of the Week, and just highlight some of our people that help make Mustang family, Mustang culture work around here.
Yeah, we got a lot of great people in the community, in the school that just go above and beyond to make sure events like tonight are great. Just for the kids, the community, everybody. So,
under the leadership of a brand new superintendent, Dr. David Wilkins. We'll talk with him at halftime. Just enjoyed getting to know him. Fun guy. So we'll visit with him in a little bit.
No, got to catch that. It was there and would have been just enough for a 1st down. A little bit high.
Pass intended for Braxton Moore. Probably just a little bit of nerves on both parts. So the Mustangs will go 3 and out. Penalty got you right there because you were in really good situation with 3rd down and 3 to go.
Yeah, 3rd and 3, you have everything at your disposal. But even then, it was there. So scheme is sound. Coaches are doing a good job putting our kids in a chance to be successful. Just got to make the play. Good punt, end over end.
.25 for the Mustangs is Ty Cherry playing some special teams, and he'll stop the ball for the Mustangs. The Cards will take over on the 49-yard line with 2:22 left to play in the 1st quarter. And you didn't need your jacket tonight if you're coming to the ball game.
Absolutely not. I haven't needed it in 3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. We need a break in the weather.
I've come to the point, I think September is almost hotter than July anymore. Man.
It has been the last couple of years.
It has. Ask Coach Wagner and the players that are out here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon practicing. They'll tell you it's hot.
Absolutely. Probably pushing 130 plus on the turf at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. A little bit of a breeze blowing out of the south.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm sticking my head out the window right now.
That's your version of air conditioning.
Great to see all the fans here, even the Cardinal fans. Great to see everybody out enjoying some high school football.
It's a fun rivalry between these two schools. Our towns share a lot of history. Oh, had him in the backfield and just let him get away.
Yeah, Patrick Miller had a chance. Maxell had a chance. Again, we had guys there. Just got to wrap up. Big kid, but got to wrap up and make the play.
43, Blake Gilkey. He's certainly a player that Coach Wagner and his scouts had an eye on. When I talked to him earlier today, he said, yeah, we've got to wrap him up. We got to keep a guy on him because he can just do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they use him in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. Quarterback keeper up the left side. Takes a couple of guys to get him out of bounds. Nate Morrow, part of the posse that brought him out.
That's a little bit of the danger, too, running your quarterback. You're going to expose him to a few more big hits than you might otherwise, and that one's a big hit by Nate Morrow. Clean hit, just a big hit.
We were talking through the Mustang depth chart. We got to the defensive side of things. I was talking to Coach, and he said, you're going to see JoJo out there sometimes, and I just winced. He goes, yeah, I know. Tell me about it. You want to protect your quarterback, especially when you're week one.
Yeah. Such a good corner, though. Had a great year last year as a sophomore. Hard not to put him out there, and I know he wants to play. He's a competitor.
Carney back to pass. He's out of the pocket. He's going to gain about 12. Move the chains for the Cardinals.
That was an example. Sometimes you get pressure, but the pressure came from the inside. Both the end and the nose tackle kind of came to the inside towards us, towards the camera, and just left a huge hole open for him. So sometimes pressure can be a bad thing. You got to stay in your lanes.
He's a big, tall quarterback, too. He can take a step, and it equates to about 3 of mine.
Yes.
So it looks like he's not moving very fast, but those are some big old steps down there. Hand off the middle. Gain of 6, maybe 7. Brings up second down, 3 yards to go. Ball spotted down at the 7-yard line.
Every year there's some kids that step up and just make plays time after time when you need them. And it's time for someone to do that for us now. We need it.
Be good to get what they call a drop-dead turnover when a team is in their red zone and you can strip the ball. I don't think they're going to attempt to pass it. They haven't needed to all night long. Good tackle right there.
Brody Sappington. Yeah.
Just
Great job.
him up.
Big, tall, long arms, strong. Done a good job in the weight room.
Mustangs were actually able to play spring ball last year, which was something we didn't get to do last year because of COVID. So practice and season preparation felt a little bit normal this year.
Yeah, they got a chance to do some 7-on-7 camps.
5 on the play clock. A little bit of confusion for the Cardinals.
They got it off. Student body right.
Carney's going to keep it to the right. He's going to get in. A couple of guys had chances, but just couldn't wrap him up. So the Cards are on top by 2 scores with 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Got a man down.
That's not how you want to start your season either.
No, it looks like Colin Schrader from here, but it's a long ways over there. Yeah. Yeah, he got up on his own. I think he took on a double team. He's jogging off, so good. That's a good sign.
Colin is a significant player using both sides of the ball. See him a lot on the D-line. Anthony Blayu is on for the PAT. Ball's down, kicks on the way, and the Mustangs blocked it.
That blue.
But
what do we got here? Offside?
Offsides on the Mustangs. I think he jumped just a little too early. That's how he got there.
He was there quick. I'm not sure.
JoJo's been known to block a couple.
If he was on the end, he got in there.
Yeah, he caught that. He just got caught. Wasn't really blocked, especially as it was caught.
So Blayu will try again. Ball down, kick on the way. And it's good. So the Cards are on top, 14-zip. Take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org and in 3 minutes you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, the Mustangs and the Cardinals. Hello, everybody. I'm Brett Kellogg, along with Kevin Hogan, Blake Salt. You guys both are quarterbacks. Kevin, I know you played 5 or 6 years ago in high school. Blake was on the field last year. You're the quarterback fixing to lead your team out on the field. What's that conversation? What's that dialogue, and what's your mindset?
Just trusted each other for me. We've been on schedule, and it's been a third down penalty both times. Really, that's got us off track. How about you, Blake?
You know, you're right on the nail with that, but I saw something big time from Joe just now. He walked out to that huddle before the kickoff return, and he's slapping guys on the back, telling them, let's go. He's being a leader, and that's a big step for Joe. You know, he's stepping into this big role as a junior, and he's a young guy, hasn't had a lot of experience, but he's ramping his guys up, and just like you said, it's just our own mistakes. You know, we can move the ball on these guys, and so this upcoming drive could potentially be interesting if JoJo's got his guys fired up.
It's 4A and 5A ball. Collinsville plays a class ahead of us. Mustangs are just going to fall on it at the 31-yard line. It's also high school ball. I know the scoreboard says it's 14-0. You're the Mustangs here. Do you play a little bit loose?
I think we just keep doing what we're doing. Like I said, we've been on schedule, moving the ball, and it's just been a penalty. And it hadn't been just, you know, the scheme's been good. The plays have been there. Even on 3rd and long earlier, we had a chance to hit a pass for a first down and just dropped it.
If you will stay your game plan, if you can put something on the board here, it brings the momentum a little bit back in check.
Absolutely, absolutely. It just gives everybody a confidence. Defense, offense, special teams.
So Joe's going to keep it up the middle.
Good job falling forward. That was kind of the read option look you see a lot. And he read the DN crash, and he kept it.
Get a good 6 yards on the carry.
Shout out to the Lady Mustang softball team. Just beat Manford 4-0. So they went 3-1 on Thursday and Friday, and I know they're tallying up points, so I have to kind of see where we play, what place we're playing for tomorrow.
One of the things we're going to talk about is some of our volunteers, and we have got a Mustang difference maker that we want to talk about. A guy that works around here a lot. He's actually on staff, but he volunteers at every level in the community. That's a guy by the name of Dwight Tackett. Man, I saw him earlier, and he was just sweaty from making sure we were ready for football tonight. Dwight's a 1998 graduate of Oologah High School. He played on the 97 football state championship team, where he had 134 tackles his senior year as a nose guard, and also on the 96 baseball state championship team. Went to Oologah his entire education career from K-12 all the way up to his senior year, and has been employed at Oologah for 5 years. Good to have him on the team. He's been the quarterback club president past 4 years, starting his 2nd year as the president of the soccer hat trick booster club. Also been a part of the Oologah youth football, volunteering for the past 10 years. This quote from Dwight: he believes that every senior class leaves their mark, and as a person, you should also leave your mark in this world. Man, we sure appreciate Dwight. And by the way, congratulations to Dwight. He got engaged over the summer.
He got engaged to one of my English teachers, Lindsey Johnson. 2 great people. I'm a big fan of both. Dwight Tackett, one of the hardest workers I know, bleeds blue and gold. I'm really happy for him.
He is our Mustangs difference maker of the week. And look at Nate Morrow just like that. He's going to break loose on a 2nd and 4 play and pick up a first down for the Mustangs.
Nice job by the offensive line. Last thing I'll say about Dwight, he's got 2 kids. One's a trainer right now, one's playing. He helps out with youth football, even though he doesn't have a kid there. I mean, he is always here and always willing to work, and I appreciate that.
If you cut him, he bleeds blue.
Absolutely.
Just going to come out blue.
100%, and he's a good person.
So, Dwight, thanks to you for being our Mustangs difference maker of the week. Mustangs with 2 receivers, one to the wide side of the field. Joe just going to hand it to Nate Morrow again. He's going to get a good gain. Looks like maybe a gain of 7 on the play.
Good job on the right side. That's that younger side of that offensive line. And a huge hold there. I think you could have made it through there. Maybe not 7 yards, but a couple
big.
yards.
It wasn't that big.
Here's some Mustang faithful yelling. They're getting a little restless. They're hoping we can go down and punch one in and change the game.
Special thanks to Brett Wigington, our camera operator, and has been for the last 3 years. Johnny Deramo, statistician. Couldn't do any of this if it wasn't for Rick the Magic Man Fisher. Punches all them fancy buttons. Nate Morrow going to go left with some room to go. Good spin at the end.
I like that too. See Gabe Grazer getting up off the top of a Cardinal. Nice little pull pancake block.
Good yardage for him. My quick estimate, about 14 yards on the carry. So that'll be a first down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Pancakes are something that I like to eat, but our offensive line takes great pride. That's a stat they chart, and that's if you knock down your defender. Nothing better as an offensive lineman than pancaking your guy.
Mustangs, important to finish. I know you're playing with a little bit shorter field here, but it's important to kind of get your swag going and finish this drive. Nate going to go to the right side. Going to pick up a couple of yards. Coming up at halftime, the Stallion Battalion will March, what's becoming their halftime performance. They'll be doing some competition in the next 5-6 weeks. Excited to watch that. They sound fantastic. I was listening to them while they were out here practicing.
Yep. You talk about the football team on the turf. They practice every morning. They had camp. They're sweating it out, too. I believe their show's Postcards from Spain.
Postcards from Spain.
They do a great job. Looking forward to both him and Dave Smith do a great job with our band.
Under a little bit of pressure, Griswold probably just going to throw it away. Pretty smart on his point, because he had way too many white jerseys around him.
Yeah. Good job there getting outside the pocket, because that ball didn't go past the line of scrimmage. Again, what are we at the 29? We're looking 4-down territory for sure. And here come 2 sophomores.
3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs.
Looking at Jackson Burchett and Ashton Wright coming in to play low wide receiver.
Burchett is fast.
He is fast.
Tell you what, they
so
use
is
him,
Wright.
They use him in baseball as a base runner, and man, he's fast. He can steal with the best of them.
They're split out to the top of the screen. Maybe try to isolate. Yeah, Streeter down here. Oh.
Ah, boy. Streeter just got hit, and the ball hit his hands.
Another chance there. The ball was a little high. Looked like it had to be. They had some underneath coverage. Got our hands on it. Just couldn't quite bring it down.
That's a play AJ makes, though. Routine. It's a hard catch, but those are some plays that you can expect AJ to make. He's just that type of player. I think it is just a little bit of nerves. You know, it's a big 3rd down, first game of the season. But look for him, again, him to dial up something for AJ right here.
He had a couple of big catches in the scrimmage. I didn't see it, but I saw some pictures, and, oh, there we go. He's got AJ isolated.
Man, they were all over him.
They are.
Coach Wagner's going to want a flag.
And he's going to ask him how his Christmas plans are going. They're going to travel this year, so just like that, the Mustangs will turn over on downs. That's twice. I feel like AJ's just had to fight for more than position.
Yeah, and you're going to see, you know, Coach Wagner usually stays pretty level-headed, but corner never turns his head.
Yeah.
And you hear that a lot if you watch football on Saturday and Sunday. That's almost an automatic penalty. So that's what we were hoping for there. It did look like they were kind of hand-fighting. So.
Man, COVID just messes everything up, doesn't it?
We blame COVID for everything.
Might as well blame it for that.
My kids were so mad. We went on vacation, and they're picky. And we went to McDonald's, and they will only eat breakfast at McDonald's. Well, they don't have sausage in the afternoon because of COVID. And my son, because he's kind of a smart aleck, like I'll say like me, said, does it make you more able to catch COVID if you eat sausage instead of hamburger? And then we left.
Timeout on the field for the Mustangs. We'll take one as well. We'll be back with more after this.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207, and go.
When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Mustang Athletics would like to thank some of our great sponsors like Rod Henry Construction, Armstrong Bank, new to our community. They've been doing business for 100+ years. And also Advanced Home, sponsor of our tailgate show. Special thanks to all the folks that helped make Mustang Athletics take place. Defense back out on the field after a quick timeout. 9:44 left to play till halftime. Coming up at halftime, want to visit with our new superintendent. Actually snuck him away from Pryor, even assistant superintendent over there, and glad to have Dr. David Wilkins on board. Get this year started. Kind of a surprise to everybody, or maybe it wasn't, but COVID kind of became a conversation when we kind of thought we were in the clear. And then, man, Oklahoma just starts to spike again. So, inside pass. He's got some room. Come on, AJ, catch him. Whew, just a lot of separation there. One play and another 6 points on the board for Collinsville. No wonder people have them circled to do well in Class 5A.
Well, and that's number 11, Oscar again. That's their first completed pass, if I'm not mistaken. A little quick screen and got some good blocking out on the edge, and he was gone.
JoJo actually got his hands on the last PAT, but a penalty was called, so they re-kicked it. It's up and it's good, just like that. Cards on top, 21-0. 9:32 left to play until halftime. Well, Coach, what's your speech?
Yeah, I saw him talking to Gabe Grazier, probably telling him to keep the guys' heads up, keep them going. Again, you look at the scores, 21-0, but we've had opportunities. We've been on schedule. We've just dropped a couple passes, a couple penalties. Well, we've probably got 1 or 2 touchdowns on the board, and it's a completely different game. So we just got to keep going, stay the course, and just finish a drive.
Union on top of Broken Arrow, 14-0. A little surprised by that score. Sand Springs is at Bishop Kelly. They're on top 13-0. Booker T at Del City on top 13-0. Bartlesville and Claremore playing. We'll play Claremore at Claremore next week. Claremore on top 6-0.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that game. Another rivalry that we kind of struck back up last year.
Showing Jinx and Bigsby still scoreless. That should be a good game. Both won their state championship last year in their respective classification.
How about a big return?
Well, you're going to need something. You're going to need
a
spark. Wagner and Coweta are playing tonight.
Got a score on that yet?
Don't have a score on that one yet. It's still
anxious to see. Wagner, obviously, hands down the best team in 4A last year. No one really challenged them. Tuttle kind of kept the game close with a little bit of defense. And they had, 22 seniors. So they always kind of reload, but anxious to see what they look like this year.
Definitely built a great program over there.
Streeter. Good job by the Cardinals.
Turn out to about the 31-yard line. So the Mustangs a little bit better field position. Take over 1st and 10.
Rotating some guys in at offensive line. Looks like Jackson Llewellyn's going in, maybe somewhere on the right side.
Man, here's the deal. We're moving the ball.
Yeah.
Nate Morrow last time had boast for some great runs. We're moving the football. We just got to finish. When we get down close to that red zone, we just got to be able to punch it in.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of that kind of New England Patriot bend but don't break defense over there on that sideline, and we've just kind of shot ourselves in the foot.
2 stacked receivers on both sides. We've seen that a couple times tonight. Hand off to Trimble. He's got a little bit of room. He'll get the first down.
Another example there, you were talking about our running backs. We have 4 or 5 rushes for over 10 yards. We're going to go quick here. I know Coach Wagner would like to go quick.
Same thing, Trimble, the right side. This time Collinsville said, no, we're ready for you. So
you'll see that. That's done a lot in college where they go real fast, and they'll run the same play. They have a call. They think something's going to work. They'll call, and they'll get on the ball quick. Keeps the other team from substituting, maybe catch them off. But
got us. I mean, we substituted at one point. And
exactly.
Cost us a timeout and 5 yards. Still not sure how that worked. So 2nd down and 9 for the Mustangs. 15 seconds left on the play clock with 8:47 till halftime.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you want me to change.
Siri's talking to me.
A little confusion maybe on that route. Someone was supposed to be out here in the flat, and you had Jackson Burchett clearing it out. Ends up taking a sack.
Loss of 6 on the play. Now your Mustangs are behind the chains for the first time tonight, but you'd much rather be in a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 situation than 3rd and 14. Going to bring some substitute players in. A.J. Streeter's one of those guys, along with Connor Linham.
So far on 3rd and long, we've tried to get A.J. matched up 1v1.
So the Mustangs are going to take their 3rd timeout of the half. Might as well. You need to get this one right if you can. So we're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back with more right after this.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. Cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Show the world that you're tougher than tough. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
With 7:58 left to play until halftime. Mustangs trail the Cardinals 20-0 in the Caney River rivalry. JoJo back to pass. Looking
Good
for
ball.
Streeter. Pass way overthrown. That'll
JoJo took a big hit there.
Bring up 4th down. Blake, you were down by the sideline. How is the temperature of the huddle? They're pretty fiery down there.
I think there's some miscommunication going on. JoJo is frustrated. I think his guys are just, it's kind of coming unraveled a little bit on him. He's got to get them rounded back up and get everybody level-headed, you know. But he's trying. He's doing his best. He's over here talking on the sideline. Everybody's getting coached up. So we'll see if they can get it ironed out.
The Mustangs will punt it away. Good punt.
Fair catch called for. Good punt. All the way down to the
28-yard line. 27-yard line.
Hey, I want to give a shout out. I know you said earlier, Rick Fisher. We do a lot of broadcasting, and if it's broadcasted, it's because Rick's behind the scenes. Whether it's the Ag Show,
that's right,
the choir concert, the band concert. We try to broadcast. We've been broadcasting softball best we can.
Volleyball, basketball.
We broadcast as much as we can until Rick breaks. So thank you. And he's older than I am for sure. I don't know about you, but
way older than me. I mean, it doesn't matter that we graduated together. He's way older than I am. Just look at the beard.
Okay, we need to play on defense. We need
something. We need a little thing we call Mustang magic. Need a spark. Collinsville has 2 receivers, and he's done it all night long, quarterback keeper. They got to him, lost about a half a yard on the play.
Yeah, that's a design run. What you're doing with your quarterback there, you're letting your running back become a blocker, so you have an extra blocker. Hoping you can go man-on-man and open that up, but great job by Nate Morrow there.
Andrew Carney, their quarterback, he's had a great night so far. A lot of it just keeping on the ground. I don't know that they've completed a pass.
Well, they had the one big play pass. That's
right,
it.
That's right.
That one bubble screen, but that's the only pass they completed.
I'm sweating so much, my brain is kind of...
You're already dehydrated.
Man in motion for the Cardinals. Carney back to pass.
Oh, wide open.
A.J. Streeter and Joe Griswold going to bring him down, but not before he gains a lot of grass.
Good job there by their quarterback. Patrick Miller hit him right as he released the ball. We had a blitz coming. And a good blitz from the blind side because he had not seen it. But, they practice too. Sometimes they win.
Trips to the far side. You got 2 receivers this side. There's a whistle.
Not sure what we got going on.
Mustangs are going to take advantage to swap some legs.
Not sure somebody knows what's going on down there, but
I wonder if they made a substitution, should have allowed for us to. I'm not sure.
I don't know. We wind the clock. We're back at it now, though. Yeah, I think we had a little chain mishap. You see, yeah, it's cutting out a bit.
Come on, guys. You got to wrap him up. Gain of 5 on the play.
Another big hit by Nate Morrow. He's hitting everything right now.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job. Offense, defense.
He's hitting holes on offense. And
he's fired up. You know what? He's another example. I'm here a lot. Whether it's playing pickup soccer, you see Nate Morrow out here a lot, whether it's on his own jugs machine, catching balls, running. You see a lot of kids out here putting in time on their own to try to get better. It's paying off tonight. Going to go deep. That's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Joe does that as good as any high school corner that I've seen in a long time. He did that last year as a sophomore, using the sidelines and just kind of boxing you out for just making you eat up real estate, and there's no room to put the ball. That's a good throwing ball. There's just no room for it.
Clock will stop with an incomplete pass. 6 minutes, 3 seconds left till halftime.
Big third down. They're going to go for it on 4th. So we need to stop them here and make it 4th and 5. Design run, student body left.
Andrew Carney, he's fast, he's tall. First down for the Cardinals.
That's the same play they scored on on the other end. We're definitely going to need to dial something up a little bit different for that. We're rushing some kids on. We're going to have to hurry to get Corey Eaton off before they snap the ball.
Trimble and Grazier will check in for the Mustangs.
Good hustle.
To the corner.
Way out of bounds.
Way overthrown over Tiki.
Again, quarterback, cornerback, JoJo, using the sidelines as your friend.
Second down and 10. From the 16-yard line. Got all of our fall sports in full action. Softball, volleyball, football, FFA. A lot going on in these days in the hallways. Carney's going to keep it. Man,
he's a big weapon back there. He can do both, and predominantly been doing it on the ground. But you talked about everything we got going on. I figured it up this week. 73% of our kids do something, whether that's band, choir, ag, football. That's a high percentage. That's a testament to our kids. It's also a testament to our teachers.
That's right.
70% of my teachers do something other than just teach, whether they sponsor a club, they sponsor a sport, they coach. Takes a lot of bodies to do that with that many kids. I think that's a cool thing about our school, how many kids participate in something.
It's a lot. It's a lot on parents and it's a lot on students, but it's good for them.
Absolutely.
It just is. Activities, active students, they even perform better when it comes into the classroom and other things. So
absolutely. If you looked at their GPAs, definitely right there. Gives you more advocates in the building. You got Mr. Matthews checking on your grades, wanting you to do well, patting you on the back. All those things just help, and it makes our we had morning pep this morning out on the north lawn there.
How was the pep assembly this morning?
Pep assembly was great this morning. Out on the veranda, if you're watching Mrs. Conley. She coined that, the veranda.
The veranda.
I think she just wanted to make her duty sound a little more fancy, but it was great. Really great energy, and this year's been unlike any other. Obviously, we had it 2 years ago where we shut down at spring break. We had COVID last year, and while we have COVID this year, we're back in. And I would say from the top down, parents, kids, I've never seen the type of excitement just to be in the building and to be in the classroom and to be smiling and talking. It has been fantastic. It's been a wonderful start to the year. Testament to everybody from the cafeteria to Dwight and his staff. Buildings are great. Got a lot of work done. It's been a wonderful start to the year, and I'm super excited to be there.
Well, and this time last year, we were looking at significant quarantines, and we were talking about virtual days and so on and so forth. And so, even though COVID's a thing, after whatever 15, 16 months of this, we've kind of learned how to manage some things and
hopefully
what helps.
Hopefully, yeah, and you got some backing, and as you get further along, you get more data. You got people like the CDC saying, hey, schools are actually as safe as they can be, and we want kids in school, and so we're not doing the mandatory quarantine.
Right.
We are doing contact tracing, but a testament to my teachers. We have some large class sizes, and we had to contact trace today. And in 7 classes, we only came up with 2 names that were within 6 feet. So
last year, that might have been 15 names.
Well, at the beginning it was, and
Yeah.
our teachers there towards the end were very, very, it was our whole goal. It became the goal, keep kids in school. And that's what our kids want, that's what our community wants, and so it's remained our goal. And was very pleased me and Mr. Jackson went around and to come up with only 2 names. Testament to our teachers. Teachers, I can't say enough. We have a tremendous staff. They show up every day. You talk about COVID, they're not thinking about themselves or their family. They're here every day for the kids. My teacher attendance last year was the best it's been in 4 years. and that's during COVID.
Wow.
And so I think that speaks a lot to them and the building and the dedication they have. So I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a community behind you guys, thinking about you, offering to help however we can. I just think it's important for kids to be in classroom. I think it's important for students to be able to get to work hard and play softball.
Absolutely.
And play volleyball. And, they spend all summer for this moment. And so Mustangs are 2nd down and 9.
Nice.
Pass complete over the middle to Streeter. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Streeter 2. Looked a little wonky. We had 2 guys kind of running maybe a slant route there, Jackson Burchett, but definitely worked.
I think getting that rhythm you talked about, Blake, is so important just to kind of get him to calm down. A couple of his passes have been a little high, and so, hey, we're almost a half into the season. Let's calm down a little bit and let's play Mustang football. Miscommunication on the snap count. Had a couple of guys jump off sides. Jackson Burchett was the main culprit here to the near side of the field. So after a great play for a 1st down, that'll back him behind the chains. 1st down and 15. Ball's going to be at the 43-yard line. It is the Oologah Invitational Softball Tournament weekend. We've been playing softball all weekend long.
Yeah, kind of awaiting word from Coach Brown here when we're going to play. As soon as I have an update, I'll let everyone know. You can come support the Lady Mustangs. Playing great this year.
JoJo just going to catch his safety valve, Aiden Trimble, but he'll pick up 6 on the play.
Really good job there by JoJo, but also a good job by Gabe Grazier not being too far down the field.
That's right.
You can't be too far down the field on a pass. He did a good job.
So 2nd down and 9 is a whole lot more manageable than 2nd down and forever, which is where he was headed.
Turned a potential disaster play into something good. Kind of like you play golf and you have a magical par save.
That's
Sometimes
right.
that can propel you. So let's see if that'll do that for us.
I've never had a magical par save, but I'm with you, brother. Let's say a special thanks to Armstrong Bank tonight. They're here serving in the concession stand. Now they're throwing out T-shirts to all the Mustang fans. Pass to the near side. Aiden Trimble. Good gain on the play. Going to bring up about 3rd down and 3.
Good job there. Good job by Coach Wagner calling the plays, getting it in one of our best players' hands out in space. Pretty simple little play, and went for some good yardage. Big 3rd down here. 3:24. Definitely don't want to punt the ball back. You're kind of in no man's land at the 45 here.
So we've been in this situation a couple of times tonight and just shoot yourself in the foot with penalties. And so it's really important you play disciplined football right here. Let's finish the drive. Let's put something on the board before we go in at halftime. Hand off to Aiden up the middle. He's going to get the 1st down and then some more. He'll get down to about the 40-yard line. So 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Great job. Offensive line did a good job. They brought more than we could block, but a great job by Aiden Trimble. You talk about run after the contact. He was contacted in the backfield.
And you said this earlier in the game, how he falls forward, how he really just uses that body mass and that body strength to just pick up that extra yard and fall forward. And
he's one of those guys, all the kids work out hard. He's one of the guys you can tell when he's in there. He enjoys it.
Yeah.
And he enjoys preparing his body to do that. You can tell.
Streeter to the near side of the field. You got a man in motion. JoJo's just going to keep it.
Our version of student body left.
Going to pick up a couple on the play. Coming up at halftime, the Stallion Battalion's going to take the field. They've had a fun summer. They do a fireworks stand. Last couple of years, and so one of the good things about COVID, it's been really good for fireworks sales.
Yeah, they've had some amazing fireworks sales across the state. Shout out to a volunteer, which I honored the last board meeting, but Mrs. Nutter, I was out of town. She was working and volunteering at the fireworks stand. I was able to call her and get some fireworks reserved.
Streeter on the inside.
There we go.
It'll be good for a Mustang 1st down and 10.
Little screen pass there. Got some good blocking. Broke a tackle.
First down and 10 from the 27 with a $1:53 on the clock. Joe back to pass. He's got a guy.
Nice.
Aiden Trimble.
Good job, Aiden Trimble.
Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Great design there. They ran a little, not sure what you call it, but he kind of just curled from the inside of the slot. You could see it was open. Coach is asking if he needs a breather. Aiden's not wanting to come out of the game. He knows this is a pivotal situation.
So 1st and goal, they're going to spot the ball down at the 3-yard line. Mustangs, boy, we really need to push this one in.
Yeah, no real option. I'm going to almost guarantee 4-down territory.
Downs, yeah, just to give yourself something to build on going into halftime, and let's just eat some clock. Hand off up the middle, Nate Morrow.
Nate Morrow falling for a touchdown.
Stampede, touchdown, and there's a flag.
Oh, we got a penalty.
That is, well, it's on the Cardinals will take it.
Not sure what happened there. I saw a Cardinal shove one of our kids, but the flag was already thrown. Great job there. Aiden Trimble made the big play before, didn't want to come out of the field, and he was the lead blocker.
Wow.
He's our starting running back, but staying in to be the lead blocker, that's just the kind of kid he is.
So there's a referee conference about the 4-yard line.
Sorting it out. You were talking about the band and Mr. Matthews. He actually shared with me earlier something that's not delayed by COVID. He said he got new uniforms thanks to the bond that was passed a couple years ago, thanks to our community. Band uniforms are, you wouldn't believe what they cost.
I believe.
Well, yeah, you might.
Yeah.
He was excited to see they're ahead of schedule, so excited to get those in maybe for competition season.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's great. So the call is going to go against us.
They're going to take it on the kickoff, which is smart of them.
On the kickoff. So 1:43 left till halftime. Mustangs got a touchdown on the board. PAT. Ball's down. Kicks on the way.
Looks good right to the middle.
It's good. We're going to take a timeout.
Great job.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
You deserve a bank that understands how hard you've worked to get where you are and how hard you're still working to keep things going. Life and its circumstances and challenges is what makes all of us who we are. At Armstrong Bank, we'll always roll up our sleeves and work right along beside you, generation after generation. Armstrong Bank, for more than 100 years.
The sideline energy and attitude has definitely changed. That's big time going into half.
$1:43 left till halftime. The Mustangs have finally put some points on the board. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue. And that new voice you might know is Blake Salt on the sideline. Blake, what's the temperature, not degrees-wise, but just how's the temperament after the Mustangs put a touchdown on the board? Absolutely. Felt good. They finally completed the drive. Didn't necessarily have any penalties that shot themselves in the foot. After the touchdown, they kind of talked about each other's mamas.
Yeah, you got to keep your head there. A lot of times you catch the second guy, and Nate's a fiery guy, and you've seen that. And
so we're not kicking off from the normal position. So, hey, Blake, position yourself where you can catch Coach Wagner. Hopefully we can get him as he heads into the locker room at halftime. Love to kind of get his thoughts on the first half of the 2021 Mustang season.
Good kick by Nate.
Swarmed by a bunch of Mustangs.
Ball's out.
The ball's on the ground.
I think they got it, but, man, we're hoping.
Ball did listen to Dwight Tackett on the sideline. He says it's a Mustang ball, but I don't think Dwight gets a vote.
Oh, they're going to say Collinsville ball.
It was pretty close to him. I think he was able to scoop it and get it back in.
Good job, though, there.
But it just takes a couple of things for like that to create some momentum shift, which is what you're looking for. You still got 2 quarters of football to play.
Good job there. Special teams, Nate Morrow doing his job. And then the whole special teams, this coverage team down on the ball, causing a ball on the turf. And that could have been our ball. That's okay.
Coming at halftime, we're going to visit with new superintendent of schools, Dr. David Wilkins, and just get his temperature on how school is off to a good start.
Yeah, he's a real positive guy, believes in our kids and believes in wanting to have them in class. And so he's been adamant that we do everything we can in the safest way possible to do that. So appreciate his support.
Kearney back to pass, got a man wide open. Complete on the right side to number 23. That's Zach Stein. Looks like gain of 8. 2nd down and 2 for the Cardinals. Clock will keep ticking. The $1:19 left to go. Stein just kind of popped out there in no man's land. The linebackers weren't there, and so he was just wide open. Kearney's going to keep it up the middle. It's kind of set up for that. Gain about 5. That'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Cards as they move the chains. Clock will stop for just a little bit.
They're going to burn a timeout. With the ball stopping on 1st downs and the timeouts they have, it's a long time. We're going to have to make a play and hold them here. Do want to mention, we had junior high football last night at Collinsville. That's the fun part about high school. You usually play the junior high the night before. 7th grade won, 8th grade played hard, 9th grade won big. So, proud of those guys.
9th grade team looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was 33-0. So, good job by them on a really, really hot night. Appreciate the coaches. They were out late last night. Back again at it tonight. A lot of times coaches, I've been down there, you don't think about yourself, so hopefully they drank a lot of water too.
I'll brag on that 9th grade group. My little brothers are in that, and they're going to be special. Comes their time to play under these Friday nights. So a couple of them are out here, but comes their time as juniors and seniors, they're going to be a special group, a group to watch for sure.
Blake, can you use the term little brothers when it comes to the? I mean, I know they're younger, but
well, we're not going to talk about size differential. The good Lord bless me with about 5'10", 165. That's gotta play with the cards on dealt. Yeah, oh yeah, 5'10", full of it, full of it.
We'll give you that.
I do like the shirt he's sporting tonight.
It actually looks like it fits. It's not a medium.
I think he showed up in his mom's shirt on Wednesday. I don't know. I think it had the reverse button thing going on.
Oh, we got a little trick play here. Oh, it's there too. Let's get a play.
Got
here.
a man wide open. He's going to stumble down at the 10-yard line. Just got caught taking pictures, and they got behind you.
As the corner, you got to stay on your guy and not take a peek in the backfield. And I know number 11's a big, I believe his first name's Oscar, big play guy for them. But you got to stay on your guy until he breaks the line of scrimmage.
We'd like for your defense to just have some momentum here and get a stop. Incomplete.
Got a flag.
Probably.
Pre-snap.
Looks like it's going to be against Collinsville.
False start. We needed that because it looks like Joe was all over him, but he just went up and made a play. Same kid. What's his last name? I want to give him Oscar Hammond. He's somebody that I know they listed him at 6'4". He's somebody that Coach Wagner talked about before the game. He's a good player. See if we can't take advantage of that. That's the first penalty on them in the whole half. First penalty of the season for the Cardinals. So
Kearney back to pass. Got a guy on the right side. He'll overthrow him. So being 2nd down and goal from the 14.
Good job by Max Hell there. Getting some reps. He hadn't got a lot before. He knew there wasn't much room behind him. That's a route you normally can't sit on like that, but
game like this really only impacts your win-loss record. Collinsville plays in 5A, so it doesn't impact our district standing, wouldn't have anything to do with our playoff draw. Just a good rivalry game that these schools have played for lots of years. Kearney will be chased out of bounds. Got a flag on the near side of the field.
Good job by Ty Stevens, forcing him out wide, forcing him out of bounds.
I'd like to thank some of our great sponsors for their support of Mustang football. Armstrong Bank. Another penalty on the Cardinals, so that'll help our cause. All Smiles Dental, they're quality and affordable dental care right here at home. Advanced Homes, advancedhbi.com, building your dreams. And Cherokee Nation, man, they have just been phenomenal.
They do a lot, not just for us, too. I want to shout out Keith Austin's our representative. Went to school here for a little bit of time. A little fun fact. Just a great person, and they're big proponents of the community, and I appreciate their support.
And they are one of our premier sponsors of the Mustang Network this year. The Cherokee Nation Game of the Week.
We're going to need
with
another
34
huddle to figure this
seconds,
out.
we got another conference coming.
We had third down. I think we're just trying to figure out what down with the pre-snap penalty on the first.
Scoreboard says third. The guy on the far sideline says second.
That's their first game, too.
Be one of those miracle fifth down plays, right?
Was that Missouri and
there were big implications.
It was somebody. It was
on
Missouri
that,
and somebody. They
Colorado,
did get 5
wasn't
down.
it?
Yeah. That's in the Wayback Machine.
They're talking about where we're going to meet up after the game. It is going to be third down.
Got an update from Coach Brown. We'll be playing Sperry tomorrow at 2:30 over at Mustang Stadium for that third place game. So really excited about that. Coach Brown does a great job.
Young team. Only got one senior, I think, on the
Two
roster.
seniors.
Two seniors on the roster, yeah.
Yeah, 2 seniors, several freshmen playing, several sophomores, including our starting pitcher, Jaden Standiford. She's been doing a great job, and she is currently our only pitcher. So she's on the bump all the time. And she's done a great job. So they've been fun to watch.
Mustangs actually have a softball player that played here last season playing D1 ball.
Yeah, we actually have a few. And she went, the one you're referring to, Bailey Runner, at OSU. You saw them in the College World Series. She was excited to get that opportunity.
Little trick
Little
play.
end around.
Coming this way. He's going to get in. Just big, tall, and fast.
That's a good combination.
Thought Blake was going to help out there, but I guess he's just going to stay on the sideline. I don't know.
I don't know if we lose a down or what, but
Yeah.
About just reached out there and tripped him or something, just trip him up.
I think our sideline reporter might be a downtown reporter if that were to happen.
Yeah.
I think they might frown upon that. I was going to make a joke about you missing another tackle, but
So it happens to the best of them. They do it in the NFL now.
It does.
Well, the Cards are on the board again with 26 till halftime, 26 seconds. It's 34-7.
Yeah, we're going to need to get in at halftime, get in the defensive room, make a few adjustments.
Coach Wagner's talking to Joe as he's coming off the sideline, just really trying to keep his spirits up, his head up. Can't have Joe feeling bad about it or, having his head down. Start of the season, he's got a long way to go, and he's only going to get better as the year progresses. So Coach Wagner's just, in his ear, keeping his head up.
And when you're this size roster, you want the best man on the field every down. So sometimes Joe is on the field when the defense is out there. You've seen him out there a lot tonight. When we talked to Coach Wagner earlier in the week, he said we're going to see how it goes. Obviously, you'd like to keep him on the sideline. But to stay in a game, you're going to have the athleticism of a Joe out there. So when that's your quarterback, it's hard for the quarterback coach or the guy that's working with him just to talk to him when he's on the sideline because he's not on the sideline.
Yeah, I made that point last year a lot. We had a lot of guys going both ways, and that is a challenge for coaches to try to make any adjustments in the half because you don't get much time with them.
Cards are set to kick it away.
Oh, don't go side, don't.
Don't go backwards. Looking for a little bit of room. It didn't pan out for him. Ashton Wright on the return. Brought down about the 16-yard line with 20 seconds left. Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
Would not surprise me if you see Coach Wagner take a knee.
Wouldn't surprise me seeing him throw over the middle either.
Yeah, never know.
But he may very well just take a knee and let's go to the locker room and talk about it. They've got some receivers spread out. Going to hand it off up the middle.
In dribble, another
Gain of
10-plus yard
14,
run.
absolutely. Move the chains, 1st and 10. Stop
We're
the
going to try to
clock.
get on it quick. Maybe do that again.
Coming up at halftime, the Stallion Battalion is going to start the halftime show by their marching, what they have of their performance ready to go. An interview and have a chat with Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Wilkins.
I don't know if you guys can see it up in the booth, but if you look to the north sky there, we might have a little inclement weather coming our way. See a couple lightning strikes. Looks pretty far off, but we might keep an eye on the weather.
With that, they're going to let the clock expire. And that's the half. The Mustangs trail 7-34. As halftime, we'll be back with more right after this.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207, and go Mustangs!
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. Hello, everybody. I'm Brett Kellogg, joined by my partner in crime, Kevin Hoke. Blake Salt down on the sidelines. And actually, I think the Collinsville band is going to march first. So I'm going to take this opportunity just to introduce you to a guy that I have got to know. Our new superintendent of schools, Dr. David Wilkins. So first of all, Dr. David, welcome to Oologah.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Listen, I've enjoyed being here
And
so far.
I have thoroughly enjoyed just the opportunity, the conversations that we've had, just to get to know you. And so I thought, man, at halftime, let's just have an opportunity. Tell us about where you grew up. What's life? I mean, you're a Rogers County guy, correct?
Mays County primarily. Well, started in Delaware County.
Okay.
As a kid, lived in Jay. Lived in Uchi, outside of Jay, big suburb. So spent some years there. Moved to Pryor as a kid and lived around Pryor. Lived in Choteau, Locust Grove. My parents still live in Locust Grove.
Like Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere, man.
I have been. I counted up one time how many houses I've lived in, and I average about one a year. So it's been interesting. Yeah, Mays County.
So
yeah.
education degree from NSU.
NSU.
correct?
So spent 6 years at Tahlequah. Did my bachelor's degree and master's degree there back to back. Took a semester off and then went to OSU Tulsa. Did my doctorate degree through there.
Semester of teaching in there somewhere?
So I taught. So I taught while I was working on all that.
Yeah.
On my master's and then up from there. So taught for I think it was 10 or 11 years at Locust Grove.
Okay.
And then taught in Texas for 1 year, but I tried to forget that.
Yeah.
And
But
I try
doctorate
not
in education comes from
in Oklahoma State.
University.
Yes, go Pokes.
And you've actually been a superintendent before?
I was superintendent at Holbert for 3 years, Dewey for 4 years, and then went to Pryor, kind of back. Needed to spend time around my family for a little bit, deal with some stuff there. So I was assistant superintendent at Pryor for 5 years there under Dr. Raleigh.
And then we had the opportunity to bring you to Oologah. So you
I was
don't even know what
excited.
hit you.
You know, I loved my job at Pryor, and it was funny. One day I got on the OSSBA website and I saw the Oologah job was open, and like in my mind I was like, that's where I'm going to be next year, and here I am.
You also have a daughter.
Yes.
Tell us about her.
Olivia, she is in 6th grade. She's amazing. She started beginner band this year. Once played the drums.
Yeah, that's
which is exciting. Yeah.
So you had 2 percussion kids.
Yes. So she's excited about that. She's amazing in math, so she gets that from me.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, exactly.
So what's it been like stepping on at Oologah? You were on a little bit at the end of last semester, just a couple appearances here and there, and then you had your summer to kind of get your feet under you. What's it like?
So it's great. The people here are amazing. The faculty and staff, as far as just dealing with people here at the school, have been welcoming. The board is not too bad for the most part. We have this one new board member that, man, he gives me fits all the time. No, I'm just kidding.
He's married to me, by the way, so just not to get offended by that.
No, it's been great. Everybody that I've met has been inviting and friendly, and it's been great. So that's really, it's been fun walking around talking to the kids during the day and just meeting new people. It's been
back up in time about a month ago when we were rip snorting ready to go for back to school, and then COVID becomes a thing again. Not that it ever went away,
right?
But we really were thinking this was kind of behind us. Vaccines were kind of kicking in, and then now northeastern Oklahoma kind of spikes. I know even communities like Sand Springs, they had some major spikes. It kind of almost feel like it knocked your legs out from under you.
So it is. We meet probably once or twice a week with our nurse, with each other, and we're looking at data, right? So how many cases do we have? Is there an increase? Is there a decrease? Where are we seeing increases? And so right now, with a reentry plan, basically we were going to try to keep things as normal as possible and just see where we are. We met with Rogers County superintendents this week and talked about how I feel like we're doing a social experiment, right? Like what's going to work, what isn't going to work. The biggest thing that we're seeing right now that we will adjust because we don't have any full-on quarantines going. We isolate people that test positive.
Sorry.
Nope,
Band's
that's
blowing
okay.
us out of the water.
Yeah. Do we need to pause for now?
No, we're good.
We will have to start quarantining people that has a positive case in their own household, just because we're seeing those people come back, and they're coming back and testing positive later. So we'll
the
make
philosophy behind quarantining from where we were 12 months ago. It's different.
Yes, absolutely.
If you came in contact, we were quarantining
everybody,
teams and everybody.
Right.
And this year we're really, if it's household specific or maybe if you have symptoms, then that's a different conversation.
And that's it, right? Outside of that, we're monitoring people. We're doing contact tracing as people, do test positive and notifying parents. But it's at the parents' discretion. And really, I think what we were thinking and what has happened is that most of our parents, they'll keep their kids out for a couple of days. They'll make sure that they don't have any symptoms, and then they will. Send them on back and be fine. We just keep an eye on them, and so far that's worked. I think right now we have currently total cases of kids that are out is 16, and I think like 10 of those will come back next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So if our cases remain kind of at that level mark, give or take,
right,
then we'll be fine. We'll keep doing what we're doing. If we start seeing things increase and get worse, then we will have to make adjustments.
Kind of an unfair question. I know you're just new on the job, getting your legs under you, but as you look at this year, obviously COVID puts an asterisk next to everything.
Sure.
But kind of what are some things you're dreaming about, and what are some things that you kind of, with your team and the administrators, roll up your sleeves? What are kind of some things on the horizon? If we can talk about that.
Yeah. So no, what we've focused on, and we're trying to get back to COVID or no COVID. We have to provide a high quality education for our kids,
sure, and
prepare our kids for the future for whenever they graduate. And so we've really we've sat down, we've looked back at what was done pre-COVID, and we're going to start building back on that. So we're looking at really keeping that focus on academic rigor, and then looking at our career pathways, and then looking at where our kids are going to go and what's best for them, right? So if you have kids that are going to go into the military, or kids that are going to go into the workforce, or kids that are going to go to tech or college, whatever that is really start building those pathways for those kids, reaching back into middle school and elementary to begin that process, so that way they're prepared for what it is that they are going to do whenever they get out of high school. And so we a lot of the groundwork has been laid for that, so it's just a matter now of going back and building back on that and getting those things kind of revitalized and going again, so that way we're doing what we need to be doing.
Absolutely. Do me a favor, might not be him a favor, when you see him, tall, dark, a little bit of gray mixed in the hair, but you can't miss him, Dr. David Wilkins. Go and introduce yourself to him. He's just enjoying getting to meet the great folks and family that's called the Mustang family. Introduce yourself to him, man. We're glad you're here.
Well, I appreciate
welcome aboard. We're
appreciate
excited about just the future of the Mustangs. I think COVID's going to eventually fade into the sunset.
Absolutely.
And, man, just excellence. Excellence. That's kind of the drum we beat around here, and
Yes.
just excited about the school year. So,
Well, thank you.
introduce
Thank you.
yourself to him. He'd love the chance to meet you. And so, anyway, it is the Mustang Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll be joined by the Oologah Stallion Battalion, and we'll watch a little bit of their halftime show. We'll be back with more right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
You deserve a bank that understands how hard you've worked to get where you are and how hard you're still working to keep things going. Life and its circumstances and challenges is what makes all of us who we are. At Armstrong Bank, we'll always roll up our sleeves and work right along beside you, generation after generation. Armstrong Bank, for more than 100 years.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207, and go Mustangs!
Well, hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg. Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. Enjoyed visiting with our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. David Wilkins. I'm actually going to be quiet and let you enjoy the Stallion Battalion as they do part of their competition. It's called Letters from Spain. So here we go. It's the Mustang Stallion Battalion.
sounds of a dinner. A dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Okay, man, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're gonna go out there and be an all-star caregiver. Cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You gotta dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Show the world that you're tougher than tough.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. Just 2 minutes, 50 seconds till kickoff again of the second half. And I am Brent Kellogg. My partner in crime, high school principal Kevin Hogue. New to the broadcast team this year is none other than Blake Salt. And Blake is down at the 50-yard line with our Mustang Student of the Week. Blake, who you got down there?
Hi, guys. So I got a really special person here. It is senior Miss Kinley Dixon. So, Kinley, tell us what activities you're part of in this high school.
I'm part of the Ozone Leadership Student Council and some sports.
Okay, so you said you're in sports. What sports are you in?
Volleyball, basketball, track, some soccer.
So she pretty much plays it all. She's an athlete. Let's talk about volleyball right now. You're in that one. How's volleyball season going?
It's going good. We put a lot of work in this summer, and I'm very proud of my team.
That's awesome. So what are your plans after high school? You being a senior, it's coming up pretty quick. May comes fast. I know that from last year.
It is. I plan to go to Pitt State and get my pre-med done.
That's awesome. Good plans and big plans for Kinley Dixon. Anyone you want to give a special shout-out to?
Drew Dixon, the one and only.
You heard it here from the 50-yard line.
Kinley
Thank you.
Dixon, our Mustang Student of the Week. Hey, I want to take a second just to kind of look at some of the first half stats for the Mustangs. When you look at first downs, we were even. The Mustangs had 10 first downs. The Cardinals had 10 first downs. For rushing, 21 attempts with 127 yards. And honestly, pretty balanced. The Cardinals had a few more yards rushing. They had 21 attempts, 166 yards. Passing, pretty even. 5 completions, 11 attempts, 60 yards. They had 5 completions, 10 attempts, but they actually had 169-yard passing. A couple of those were just some big plays.
Big chunks.
Kind of got away from us. Total offense, the Mustangs had 172 yards. Here's the difference. They had 335 yards. Penalties. So it shot us in the foot. Couple of, hey, we're driving the ball, doing good. Third down, bam. So 7 penalties for 41 yards. They had 1 penalty for 5 yards.
When you think about that, 7 penalties. That's 7 times you were on track, now you're off track. And they came at really, really bad times. Third down, like you said. We need to clean that up. Whether it's for this game or the future, we need to clean that up.
Aiden Trimble had 9 rushes for 48 yards. Nate Morrow had 8 rushes for 56 yards. And he put the touchdown on the scoreboard for the Mustang. Griswold, 5 of 11 for 60 yards passing. Aiden Trimble had 3 catches for 35 yards. And Streeter had 2 catches for 25 yards. So we're getting close to the second half kickoff. Want to say some special thank yous to some of our great sponsors like Armstrong Bank, working right along beside you for more than 100 years. Advanced Homes, advancedhbi.com, helping you build your dreams. They're a sponsor of our tailgate show. Cherokee Nation, they are the premier sponsor for Mustang football. It's the Mustang or Cherokee Nation Game of the Week. They are a proud sponsor of Mustang football and Texoma Tractor. Appreciate all they do here in the community, but also here up at the school. So some of our great sponsors helping to make Mustang athletics happen. Kevin, you're down 34-7. You got to give a speech, and it needs to be a good one, and it probably needs to involve some words like believe and Mustang magic and eliminate the mistakes. What would you tell your team?
Again, I think you go back to words like believe, trust your teammates, build, and let's come out and it's used all the time, but let's win the second half and build on that for next week. A very winnable game across the lake there. Not that you're already conceding here, but win the half for sure. And leave here with some positives that you can build on.
This is a fun game. Yes, it affects your win-loss. It affects the statement you make for your season, but this doesn't impact anything that takes place in our district play.
Doesn't help or hurt anything, but give you a little confidence, a little juice, a little bragging rights.
And Collinsville is going to do great things in 5A.
Yep.
They did last year. A little surprised they didn't make it to the state championship game, but a lot of those guys are back. They've got a lot of SRs on their roster, and so come out, win the half. Blakester, You would have been in this position last year. If you're the quarterback, what do you say to that offensive line and those receivers that you're throwing the ball to?
You know, it's a big time, just like Mr. Hogan was saying, you got to come out and win the half. First half is behind you. It was ugly. It was rough. Nothing really was going right, shooting yourself in the foot. You got to come out here, new half, and you know what? Put 28 points up on the board. This is still a winnable game, you know. No deficit is too big to overcome. JoJo is a big playmaker. He's got people behind him, and he knows that, you know, people believe in him, and that's the biggest thing. You got to keep your guys' head held high and make them play hard for 4 quarters.
Absolutely. We're just a minute, 27 seconds away. Teams are kind of, Oologah's kind of stretching. Collinsville's all huddled up on their end zone. The Mustangs will kick off,
Correct.
I believe, to start the second half. So your defense needs to come out, set a good tone. Let's play smart defense, keep everything in front of you, and let's play some good defense. We're going to take one more quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustangs!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Mustang Halftime Show. The Stallion Battalion down there getting fired up, bringing the Mustangs over to their sideline. Hadn't been the first half you kind of hoped for to start the 21 campaign. Mustangs trail 7-34. Collinsville just able to kind of do what they wanted to.
Scored on every drive.
So the Mustangs are going to come out and going to need to just kind of change some momentum, set the tone early with what we're able to accomplish. Good number of Mustang fans on hand. I don't know if we had a game last season that would have had this many people in it.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to just people wanting to be out and support the kids and us knowing a little bit more about COVID and how to protect ourselves.
Absolutely. Had a great visit with Superintendent David Wilkins. If you get a chance, introduce yourself to him, man. We're glad to have him here in Oologah. We're off to a great school start. I think even enrollment's up. I think some of that from last year was COVID numbers, and so a lot of kids that maybe went virtual last year back in the classroom. And so,
yeah, that's been huge. You know, last year this time we had 108 virtual kids. We're looking at 11 this year.
That's good.
So kids want to be in the classroom, and teachers are excited to see them. One thing I'll say about Dr. Wilkins, too, I've seen him at everything. He's been at softball. He's been at the Ag Show.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate that support. I know our teachers do as well. He's in my building a lot, so.
Nate Morrow set to kick it away. He does a lot of stuff for the Mustangs, including some of the kickoff duties in this time we're in.
Oh, unlucky. Good kick there. Just got a little unlucky going for that corner. Goes out of bounds by about a foot.
Credit to the Cardinals there. That's a smart play by that returner. He's going to get some free yards off that.
Yeah. Just good awareness of mind to kind of watch that ball, stop it if you need to. Well, actually, yeah.
And you mentioned Nate Morrow doing the kicking. Our starting kicker, at least before the season, was Blake Oliphant, and I want to mention him. He was involved in a really, really bad car wreck, and we're all glad he came back to school this week.
Yeah.
And that wasn't guaranteed, so really appreciate all of our EMS, our officers that arrived on the scene, and glad to see him back.
Blake's here. I saw him down just a minute ago. Yeah, he's got the neck brace on, so that could have definitely been a different story. So best wishes to Blake. Certainly our prayers with him and his family as he's just trying to heal. Hand off up the right side, and there's way too much room to run. Streeter's got a chance to knock him out of bounds. All right, you do the math.
It was a lot. My Kawita math says that was a big gain. Not what I was expecting to see.
This is where Mr. Buster would be a little frustrated with me right now because I couldn't, kind of figure that out.
I'm not even
Looks like it was about a 30-yard.
Your mom's a math teacher.
That's what I mean. I got to go home with her. So if I make miscalculations, she hears it tomorrow morning, I'm in trouble.
Gain of 5 on the play. Put the ball down at the 20-yard line. They'll say gain of 4, so brings up second down and 6. Handoff up the left side.
Good collision there.
Big back they've been handing it to all night. Number 42. It's Blake Gilkey for the Cardinals.
Nate Morrow again, I believe, a big collision. No.
So it's 3rd down and 4 for the Mustang defense.
Got to get a stop here.
We're checking some scores here momentarily. Kind of update you on some things going on around the state. Way overthrown to the right side. Pass intended to number 14, Cameron Higbaum. Good to have on our pregame show with us this week, a guy named Grant Merrill. Grant actually is a part of a statewide broadcast that will take place. Starts at 10 o'clock. It's Prep Sports Postgame on 97.1 FM. Oologah's actually got a part of that segment about 11:15. We'll be chatting with them about tonight's game and part of the rest of the season. So appreciate Grant taking his time to join us, and look forward to talking with him in just a little bit about this game and other games going on in our area and scores around the state. So jump on 97.1 FM. You can also watch it on the Squirtle app. It's a great app, by the way, if you're one of those guys that likes to follow high school football. Some of the games are broadcast on Squirtle. I use it every Friday night as we're up here in the broadcast booth just checking sports scores from around the state and around our area. Some big scores of interest tonight. Jinx Bigsby. Just kind of a game I think a lot of people had circled. Both of those guys last year won their state championship, Jinx being the 6A1, Bigsby being 6A2. Right now, at half, it's 16-0 Bigsby.
Wow. Bigsby again loaded. Been
I'm
amazing
not so sure that Bigsby couldn't beat TU. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
they had a rough game last night. Bigsby is amazing to see what that 6A2 has done for them and their community. Growing, and they've just done a tremendous job.
I think they're bumping up. So a penalty on the Mustangs will give the Cardinals a 1st down. Sand Springs on top of Bishop Kelly, 20-7. Choctaw, Springdale, Arkansas came to visit, and Choctaw's on top, 56-6. Choctaw's one of those teams that could make some noise this season. Bartlesville at Claremore. Bartlesville on top, 7-6. We will see Claremore at Claremore next Friday night. Pre-game starts at 6:30. Game starts at 7. Handoff, he'll go up the right side. Gilkey again on the carry. The Collinsville offensive line has just been a lot to handle tonight for the Mustangs.
Yeah, their running back's been getting through the line here, especially after that first quarter, untouched and making some people miss.
Broken Arrow Union. Union's on top 21-7.
That's a surprise to me, too. Broken Arrow's got a lot of big-time athletes.
One of the Blankenship boys is coaching there at Broken Arrow, but he played football for his dad at Union.
Yeah, Josh. I know Josh. He was at Muskogee when I was there.
So it is 40-7. The Cards on top with 10:31. There's a great south breeze, kind of cool folks off in the stands. Turns out to be a nice evening here on the western plains of Rogers County. I don't even think we've had a train all night.
We haven't. There must be something blocking. We can't make it through a graduation or a game without a train.
Without a train.
It's almost endearing, honestly. We look at when is it going to come through at graduation. I will say we did make it this year. We made it through in about 2 minutes after graduation. Here it came.
Blake, I've got some investigative reporting for you. Hop over in the student section because I see a lot of cowboy hats. And just jump in there and see what's going on. Let's get some of our students on the broadcast tonight. That's where all the fun stuff's going on. Mustangs are back to receive as the Cards will kick it away. There's the kick. Going to take it at the 11. Get it out to about the 23-yard line, so the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10.
Good job by their kicker, pinning it on against the sidelines there. Kind of directional. You see that a lot nowadays.
Mustangs have a guy slow to get up. They're calling for coaches to come take a look.
I can't tell who it is. Oh, he's up. Streeter.
On a more positive note, I'm down here with Jacob Mater. He's one of the leaders down here in the student section. What's your guys' theme tonight?
Country/camo.
So they got a lot of cowboy hats. They got a really cool sign. You guys can't see it, but some artists have got on this thing, and I think they've misspelled country just a little bit, but it's camo and it looks cool. So the student section's having fun, being rowdy out here, supporting their guys, and it's just a fun night for them.
That's awesome. Pass complete over the middle. Ashton Wright, he'll make the catch. That'll move the chains. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, good throw by JoJo going to your left. When you're when you're a right-handed quarterback rolling to your left, you really got to get your shoulders square and turned.
Had
You
a
did
guy
a good job there.
bearing down on him, too, so he's under a little bit of pressure, able to just keep his awareness and complete the pass.
Echo what Blake said. It's good to see all the students out tonight having fun, getting to enjoy a little bit, and they have a theme every week. They come and approve those, and just added layer of fun they get to have.
Handoff going to go up the middle. Aiden Tremble, he'll get 9-10 on the carry. 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Another positive you see tonight, I've lost track. Is that 7, maybe 8 runs of over 10 yards?
Yeah.
Against a very good D-line. And a D-line unlike ours, none of those guys on the Collinsville D-line play on the offensive line. They have enough not to do that. So good job by our guys. Keep fighting. Here's your train, by the way. You jinxed it.
I said it way too soon. Tremble again. Going to get about 4 on the carry.
Good job. Once again, he was hit behind the line, able to get 4.
So when we get a break, don't let me forget, I got a test for you. I know education, and as a high school principal, I got a test for you. Blake, remind me, because I just want to see if Mr. Hogue has the ability to communicate with today's teenagers.
Ooh. I have a couple in my house.
You do have a couple at your house.
Couple in my house, but we'll see.
We shall see. Stacked receivers to both sides. JoJo.
Screen pass.
To Streeter.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Oh.
Big hit. Want to shout out Jackson Burchett. Sophomore getting a great block over here to free Streeter.
Oologah is going to keep the ball. 1st down and 10. Streeter's going to come off hobbling a little bit. He was kind of had a stinger after the kickoff return.
Yeah, that ankle's been, I think he maybe tweaked it in the first half. He seems like he can walk it off, but
I think he's been battling a little bit all summer. I think he injured it playing baseball. He's a big-time baseball player. He plays all summer long, and I think he's just been battling that, trying to be healthy for this game.
now on this near side, we got a freshman and a sophomore. Freshman Brad Hoisington, fresh off a 33-0 defeat of Collinsville last night as quarterback, split out now as wide receiver. So testament to him and being smart, because he's got to know the whole playbook. And
Mustangs are changing some personnel. Jackson Llewellyn going on the line for the Mustangs.
Looks like we're going big here, maybe.
2nd down and 9. Ball's down at the 40-yard line. Got a man in motion. Aiden Tremble just going to keep it.
Little wildcat action there with Aiden Trimble.
Going to gain 12. It's enough for a 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Just another little wrinkle by the Mustangs. I talked to Coach Wagner a lot. He's mentioned that little package. They have a package ready to do some of that.
Cherokee Nation Mustang football game of the week. Next week we'll be on the air. 6:30 pregame at Claremore. Game will kick off at 7 o'clock. If you can't join us there, join us on YouTube and Facebook. Special thanks to Armstrong Bank for all their help tonight, throwing out T-shirts tonight. Another Wildcat. Tremble's going to get through. He could go all the way. 5 into the end zone. Stampede touchdown.
Great job.
Good, strong, high step running from Tremble.
Good senior leader there.
It's big time. That's just not giving up. You know, it's late. You know, it's second half, and you're getting beat big, and this just shows Trimble's not ever going to give up. He's just a fighter all the way to the end.
Guys, there's nothing wrong with that drive. Just nothing wrong with it. If you could have put some of those together in the first half to keep you a little bit closer in the ball game, just run your playbook.
Yeah, I know I have Mustang glasses, but the score really doesn't depict how well we played. Just kind of shot ourselves in the foot. And being a young team, sometimes you compound errors. You get an error, you get another error. That's something hopefully we'll learn from.
Take a quick break. We'll be back. You don't want to miss what's next.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
7:06 left to play in the third quarter. Hello, everybody. Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue and Blake Salt. I moved a freshman to Stillwater.
Yes, you did.
About 5 weeks ago. Shout out to all the farmhouse boys tonight. The pledges are actually cleaning the house. Probably watching Oologah football. What else is there?
Hopefully.
I have a freshman here, part of the Stallion Battalion, also part of the leadership class. And so sometimes my kids will say something that I'm like, what'd you say? So, Hogue, I just need to know if you're relevant. Blake's going to back me up on this. So I'm going to give you a word, and you have to tell me what the word means.
What it means in like 1990?
And well, what it means if you're going to walk down the hallway and say this to one of the kids, so they know what you're going to say.
Okay, bring it on.
All right, you ready? So, bussin'. Man, that's bussin'.
That's a word used in my house all the time. Bussin' means like it's the new awesome.
Okay.
Bussin'. That means something doing really like that drive was bussin'. I think I used it correctly. Oh, nice. He's down.
He's down.
Good long kick there.
Down
that was
bussin'.
bussin'.
That's bussin'.
We could not sound worse right now.
He's on point there, isn't he, Blake?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's bussin'. All right, so
my middle Sam, shout out Sam. He says that word maybe 1,000 times a day.
1,000 times. So you would be in the know on that one. So, cap.
Cap. No cap or cap?
No cap.
Okay. So capping means like you're messing up or that's your bad or something like that.
I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that one?
What's cap mean, Blakester?
Capping's lying. I
That's
know
what I
cap
said.
is
My
like a
bad.
truth.
Yeah.
No, not no bad.
That
man.
was bussin' no cap. That means that was awesome, and I'm not lying about it.
That's right. That's what that means. There you go.
I feel like I was in the ballpark there.
Oh, my.
I mean, I don't know. I felt like I did.
All right.
What does Blake know? He just graduated high school. What's he know?
Well, I mean, he's the cool. He's obviously got the swag of this group.
For sure.
We're sure worried about his polos.
Shout out Mr. Despain for giving Blake a men's polo today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Despain. Let's just say that. Thank you, Mr. Despain. Leave it at that.
You can tell by the sleeves. If the sleeves are above the bicep, it's a ladies' polo.
Yeah.
Like the one he's wearing in the
it was either that or his wrestling onesie is what we were going to get. So
that would have been awesome.
The second down and 8.
Hey, I want to shout out everybody that's watching live. If you could smash that subscribe button, that does nothing but help us out. And get your friends to join on too. We'll get some extra benefits and maybe do some live streaming a little bit better.
Cardinals kind of backed up here. They're going to do an end around. He's got lots of grass.
It's my guy again.
All right. One more word for you.
Okay, bring it on.
I stand, Blake. S-T-A-N. You know what that one like?
Stand?
We stand, Blake. You know what that is?
I've never heard that in my life.
Blakester, do you know what stand is?
I do know what stan is.
Oh, see, because when we talked earlier today, you did.
Stan?
So define for me when someone stands something. What does that mean?
It's like a fanboy, you know, like
Yep.
a real life fan, big time fan.
I stand Kevin Hogue. You know what I'm saying? Stand the fan. So
Okay.
there you go. Yeah. My freshman says that a lot.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
I think that one's new. I hadn't heard that one.
You had to do
today,
some
but
research?
I'd ask Siri what stand meant.
Siri's probably cooler than all of us. I'm just gonna weekly kind of test.
You know, it's funny how things change. So we made a we always make a T-shirt for our staff, and this summer we were watching Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, and you know,
On purpose?
On purpose. It's an awesomely bad movie, And my kids had never seen it, and they said something that just kind of struck with me. And they always say, be excellent to each other. And we say Mustang family a lot, and being a family, what does that mean? So we put that on the back of our high school shirt. It was a big hit. However, some of our younger staff members had never seen Bill and Ted, so I had to send them a little clip just
Group
so they
project. There you go.
Yeah.
2 receivers to the far side. 1 receiver isolated over here. They're going to change the play. 8 seconds left on the play clock. A little confusion in the linebacker core of the Mustangs, and that'll be enough for a first down for the Cards.
Yeah, just a design run for the quarterback to run right up the middle.
Kellogg's are from southeastern Oklahoma. I was born in Antlers. My mom and dad both grew up in a little community called Daisy. So Bill Kellogg, my granddad, just no cowboy. And I was about 7th grade, and we were doing something. I go, oh, man, that's bad. Because in the late 80s, bad meant awesome, right?
That was good.
And Bill Kellogg had a hard time understanding teenage sling.
Make a play here. Oh, nice job. Nice job by Max Hale there, making a play.
Make sure he turned back towards the ball, got the hand up, batted it down.
Yeah, very good technique there.
2nd down and 10. That's bad.
That was bad.
That's bad.
That was good technique is what that was. And it was good for his confidence, too. You know, Max Hales, Mr. Hogue touched it earlier. This is his first year as a starter. And so for his confidence level, that's a big time for him.
Yeah, they got a great wide receiver crew. So doing nothing but gaining confidence and gaining experience here. That's going to pay big dividends down the road.
And they're playing starters. I mean,
yeah,
it's 40-14. And they're just concerned about their season as well. They want to make sure they get their cobwebs worked out because their schedule only gets harder as they go from here.
Good job by Tad Cherry. Kind of circling back down the field to make that play off the backside.
Gilkey will carry it for 17. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Would ask Magic Man Rick Fisher, is there a chance you can get air conditioner in here about the next time we have a home game?
Or remove some walls. There's no air up here.
It's a nice evening out there. In here, you just don't need your coat. You're fine without your coat. Gain of a couple. Mustangs are on the road next Friday night at Claremore. Long-time rivalry game there. Also out of class and out of district. District play won't start for a couple of weeks. Mustangs are playing for 3rd place at the Invitational Softball Tournament tomorrow at 2:30. If you want to come cheer on the Lady Mustang softball team. I know Coach Brown and his team would love to have you. Flags everywhere. So Carney's going to go around the end into the end zone. We'll see if it comes back. Looks like it is.
No signal yet.
So they're going to call, looks like a false start on the Cardinals. Illegal procedure would be the correct term. We want to thank a lot of our great sponsors for supporting Mustang Athletics. Bradford Minerals, Subway Daylight Donuts right on 169. Edwin Evers Pecans, Burns Propane, Inkwell Printing. Thank you guys for your support of Mustang football. A lot of those folks support a lot of our activities and athletic events around here.
Yeah, they get asked a lot, and they say yes a lot, so appreciate them. Kind of a pistol formation. It's usually a good power running formation, as you saw there.
He's going to get close to the first down. It's going to be where they spot it.
Just shy.
The official's saying 3rd down. So it's going to be 3rd down and a short one. Cardinals are going to go quick. Just try to get a quarterback sneak.
I think you got a good job by the D-line, but I think you got it.
They're going to move the chains. 1st down for the Cardinals. Labor Day weekend. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. I know a couple of college football games going on in state tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fun to get kind of college football rolling. watch some high school football, roll into some college.
Kind of interesting games. Last night, Ohio State and Minnesota played. I think Minnesota gave Ohio State a little more than what they bargained for.
They did. I got home at Minnesota, I believe, was leading the game when I got home last night. So
kind of a surprise. Virginia Tech beating North Carolina. He'll hit his man across the middle. Another Cardinal touchdown will go on the board. 2:44 left to play in the third quarter.
Oscar Hammond, I don't know how many.
Boy, they called
4
his
touchdowns
number a
for
lot
him
tonight. Yeah,
maybe.
He's had a big night. PAT is down. It's up. And it's good. A lot of high school activities going on. Volleyball is in full swing. FFA kids are showing things and judging things and hitting fairs.
Yeah, they sent a group to Oklahoma City to practice their ag issues. They were state champs in ag issues again, second year in a row. The group's going to go represent the state of Oklahoma at the national convention, and they're looking for big things, maybe bring home a national title. We have several national titles that come out of the ag program. I believe we had 22 state champions last year that came out of our ag program. So Katie Smith doing a great job. We got new ag teacher Chris Johnston. Excited about him.
Was a couple of time Kansas Ag Teacher of the Year.
Yeah, funny story about him. Was during hay season, and I was actually going to get away for a week, and I drove to Howard, Kansas, me and Mrs. Smith, to interview him and meet him, and it was a no-brainer, and he's hit the ground running. Already starting a judging team, which we haven't had for many years, and is just very passionate about the ag business and the kids, and he fits in great.
Welcome to the Mustang family. We're certainly glad to have him. They do things great over in the ag building.
About to move down here with his family. Got a couple of great kids. Got to meet his wife, so excited to have them down and be able to see more of them.
Pulled him out of a tractor to interview him, did you?
Basically, he was haying and he met us. We were going to meet at Toots Diner, no joke, and it's about the size of this box, and it was full. So we went down the road a little bit to a little different diner and had a burger and just had some great conversation, and we're excited to have him join the team.
Boy, that could have been disastrous and actually turned into a pretty good little return for the Mustangs. Think you'll take it out to about the 32-yard line, so we'll take over first down and 10. Got several new teachers, a couple of new counselors in the high school as well.
Yeah, counselors doing a really, really good job. Counseling's a tough job. Everyone thinks you're talking to kids a lot, and you do that a lot, but you, especially early on, you're kind of a glorified data entry person, doing a lot with wind gauge, changing schedules, and you know, we don't have a ton. We do a lot of things, and so that stretches our schedule a little thin. Just done a good job doing the absolute best we can for our kids. So excited to have both Mrs. Fitzgerald and Mrs. Holmes here in the Mustang family.
So Trimble's just going to keep it up the middle. They're going to give him a couple of yards on the carry. I think some of that is just how he runs the ball and how he leans forward and falls forward.
Yeah, I don't think he's fell anything but forward all night. There wasn't much there. Still gained a couple yards out of that Wildcat package.
Talking to Wagner this week, he said you'll see that a lot. He said you'll see Joe over in a slaughter. You'll see him pop out a little bit.
Yeah, and who knows where you could go with that, because Joe played wide receiver some last year. So, and obviously you have Aiden, one of the best athletes on the team. I'm sure there's all kinds of wrinkles that could come out of that, and we're doing it again. It's kind of that fake jet sweep out of it, so he's kind of opening up the playbook here on the Wildcat package.
Bring up about third down and 3. Is Streeter on the field? That's what I'm looking for, number 1.
He was on defense. I think he is. I think he's in the huddle. No?
Wildcat.
Good job. Going to be 4th and about a yard. We're going big package, so I think he's going to go for it here. Just got to make a statement to his team. I believe in you. Let's get this done.
Nate Morrow going to step in for the Mustangs. Oh, they moved. Gave it to him. First down and 10.
That is
well, if you were watching the far side, he didn't give it to him, so it must have been the near side.
He did not.
AJ's back.
Yeah, AJ's running
Okay.
back on. Good job by Blake noticing that. So probably just giving him a breather, rotating some guys in. He plays both ways.
I know their offense banks a lot on Streeter and just kind of have high hopes and expectations for him this season. Still fighting.
Yeah.
Forward momentum, going to give him about 1.5 yards.
Talked about Pancake earlier. Colin Schroeder still battling. Little Pancake block.
.30 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Mustangs on the road next Friday night at Claremore. Pre-game will start at 6:30. As always, we'll have our conversation with News Channel 8 Sports Director TJ Eckert. Appreciate TJ, man, just giving us his time, and he loves to talk high school football. And off up the middle. Gain of about 3. Going to bring up third down, long 5, to wrap up the third quarter. At the quarter, I'm going to take a break. We'll be back with more right after this.
Men, time to be an all-star caregiver. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Be there emotionally and physically. Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find care guides at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People start something great in their 40s and 50s. Getting your retirement savings on track is no different. Go to aceyourretirement.org, and in 3 minutes, you'll get personalized tips to help boost your retirement savings. That's aceyourretirement.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And Mama, how you feeling?
Great, and I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on ya. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom! Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect our hearts and the hearts of those we love. Monitor your blood pressure daily and help each other stay motivated. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you by the Release the Pressure Coalition and the Ad Council.
You deserve a bank that understands how hard you've worked to get where you are and how hard you're still working to keep things going. Life and its circumstances and challenges is what makes all of us who we are. At Armstrong Bank, we'll always roll up our sleeves and work right along beside you, generation after generation. Armstrong Bank, for more than 100 years.
Nate Morrow, the injured Mustang that kind of created the extra long timeout. They're tending to him on the trainer's table down on the sideline. Blake, you're kind of eyeing that up. Looks like maybe his shoulder's what they're working on.
Looks like maybe shoulder, maybe his neck. Something right there, upper body. They're feeling around on him. They're being pretty gentle with him.
He's had a good game tonight. He's played really hard.
2 receivers to the far side. Joe going to pass it out to Trimble. Not a lot there. Gain a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down at about 3.
You get a chance to see Joe, though. That's a tougher pass than you think, that little swing
Sure.
pass, and he's leading him, hitting him right in the hands where Aiden's catching that at top speed. And so, more times you do that, I like our chances to break a big play.
Absolutely. 4th down and 3. Ball spotted down at the 49-yard line. 13 seconds left on the play clock. So
Yeah,
Mustangs
have to go a little quick.
Have to hustle up here.
5 seconds.
Braxton Moore going to be the receiver to this side. And the
False
Mustangs are
start.
going to jump. And that has been kind of the theme of the night. But that was a 4th down penalty. That ball Wow. All right, we'll take first down.
They're gonna. They hit the ball or something.
Personal foul.
About all I can think of because I didn't see a lot of moving bodies. Either some language or somebody hit the ball. Can't do that as the nose tackle.
And a lot of those guys just yip, and officials will say, guys, knock it off, knock it off, knock it off, and eventually that yellow hanky,
yep,
it'll pop out. So something of interest, I was talking with TJ Eckert about that this week. We've kind of been put on notice that, hey, there's a chance you might have to move the night of your football game. We have a shortage of officials.
Yeah, I know they sent that out. They're encouraging if you can move your game to Thursday night, excluding fall break, which a lot of people already play on Thursday night. They're encouraging that just due to a shortage of officials. I know at every scrimmage that I was at this summer, or early summer, late summer, multiple officials there just trying to train more bodies. And we see this crew a lot. They do a good job. But, yeah, trying to encourage you to move your games. Yeah, a little known fact about Rick Fisher, he used to officiate high school football games.
Well, if he goes to officiating, you're going to have to punch the buttons.
Big hit.
Oof. Joe kind of lost his feet and never recovered. Only going to be a loss of a yard, so bring up second down and 11.
Those are always tough when they high-low you. Someone gets you below the waist, someone gets you above. Those always hurt.
Joe's quite the baseball player. Fun watching him play last spring. Streeter going to go to the far side. Couple of receivers to the near side.
Oh, dear.
That's not what you want to have happen. Number 43, Gilkey. We've called his number a couple times tonight. That's Blake. He'll recover the fumble for the Mustangs. Correction, Cumble. Words are hard. He'll recover the fumble for the Cardinals, and they'll take over 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Not sure. It looked like he was trying to get it maybe into his left hand. Maybe that was going to be a pass of some sort.
It looked like they were trying to do some type of reverse, try to catch the Cardinals off balance maybe, looking in the backfield, getting confused, but
looks like we're going to have a Collinsville timeout on the field, and we'll take one as well. We'll be back with more of Mustang football right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Rod Henry Construction has been in the business of installing and manufacturing septic tanks and aerobic systems for over 10 years. At Rod Henry Construction, we take pride in providing quality service and products at a reasonable rate. We're proud members of the Home Builders Association and the Better Business Bureau. You can visit our website at rhcinc.net. The customer is always our top priority. Rod Henry Construction is a family-owned and operated business with strong Christian values that will ensure our work. For manufacturing and installation of aerobic and septic systems, service and repair, give Rod Henry Construction a call, 918-371-1207. And go Mustang!
9:46 left to play in the ball game. Carney carried up the middle for a couple of yards, lost it, but they said he was down, so the Cardinals will keep the ball.
Oh.
Come
Pick
on,
it up.
guys. There you go.
Nice
Just
job.
fall on it. Good job, number 25.
Ty Cherry
for the
called his
Mustangs.
name quite a few times
Cherry's
tonight.
had a good defensive night for the Mustangs.
Sophomore running back / linebacker.
Spark a little enthusiasm for the Mustang sideline. Finish strong. 9 minutes, 22 seconds. Burn some time off the clock. Just execute. Just execute. Consider, hey, this is almost scrimmage from here on out. Just execute.
And I was about to say on defense, we had a mix of starters, probably half and half second teamers out there, giving the starters a break and getting some experience. And nice job by them.
Every game matters. But you can lose this game and still go all the way to state playoffs. This
100%.
It's out of our
Hey.
district. It's out of our class and conference.
I'll tell you a story. My first year here, Brandon Craig was our head coach. We went to Collinsville and got the victory. Went to Skytook, who was 5A at the time, and beat them by 25. And both those guys were in the semis.
Yeah.
So like you said, definitely a game. You want to win it.
Sure.
And we're going to be disappointed. I know the coaches will be down. Coach Wagner, I'll probably see his car up here all weekend because of this. But bottom line is build on it and get better. Watch the film.
You got some film to watch. You certainly got to, hey, we got to get the cobwebs out. Those third down penalties, fourth down penalty one just absolutely got us.
Yeah, I think you take away.
Trimble, carry up the middle, first down.
Another first down. I think you take away that even in the first half when it was close, we had opportunities. We dropped a few passes, shot ourselves in the foot. The scheme was sound. The kids were doing a good job. We just, all it takes is one mistake.
It's bussing.
It was not bussing.
It's not bussing.
It was not bussing.
No cap.
Cap.
$17 on the play clock. Mustangs will break the huddle. Griswold actually out in the slot. He'll come in motion. Looking to pass. He's got a man. Oh, pass broken up. Intended for number 10 on the Mustangs. Braxton Moore called his number a couple of times tonight. Ball had a little more zip on it. Could have been.
Kind of drifting backwards, had some pressure, but that's one of those wrinkles I was talking about earlier that I knew we had off that Wildcat.
That should smooth itself out as the season goes. It looks almost like between Aiden and Joe, just that handoff just wasn't as smooth. It should be muscle memory.
Well, it's backwards what they're used to.
Right, exactly.
It's usually JoJo to Aiden. That time was Aiden to JoJo. And that'll get better.
Aiden's going to bounce to the left side. Gain a yard. Bring third down and 9 for the Mustangs.
See what we do in third and long. Third and 9. Get Joe back in. It looks like we're going to have Joe back in. Taking the snap.
I don't think the Mustangs have gone under center one time tonight, have they?
No. Oh, back in
Operate
the
out of
Wildcat. You see that a lot anymore. Very few teams go back under center.
Round the left end.
Big hit.
Gain of about. Go ahead. No, you go, Blake.
That handoff, just like you're saying, that's going to flatten itself out a little bit, but Aiden's just not used to having that handoff. You saw Ty kind of bobble that one coming from Aiden, so I think that's just what you're saying. As the season goes on, it'll get a little better and a little smoother from them.
Yeah, and all that affects your timing, especially on something like that. Even the snap's got to be perfect. Aiden calling for it at the right time. Just needs to be fine-tuned a little bit.
So the Mustangs are going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Be back with more right after this.
Lakeside State Bank has been serving Rogers County since 1976. At Lakeside State Bank, our goal is to ensure that our community will enjoy the benefits of a locally owned and operated financial institution and to provide quality services no matter how simple or complex your banking requirements may be. We proudly offer you the latest in banking technology. Banking convenience is available through any touch-tone phone, internet banking from your home or office computer, and we provide a website full of information. We offer a wide variety of services in personal banking, business banking, loans, and mortgages. We are here to serve you with 2 convenient locations in Chelsea at 516 Walnut Street and on the corner of Highway 88 and 169 in Oologah. Visit our website at lakesidebank.com for more information on how we can serve you. Lakeside State Bank, big enough to serve you, small enough to know you.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. 6:42 left to play in the ball game. Ball just hadn't gone the way you would hope for the Mustangs to start their 21 campaign. Joe back to pass under a lot of pressure. He's going to make a couple of guys miss, get close, but I don't think he's going to get there. Going to come up a little bit short.
Great effort there by Griswold.
Just trying to keep the play alive. Mustangs will turn over on downs. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Made 3 guys miss. Came up about a half-yard short.
Joe never got a fair shot on that one, though. He dropped back and never even got to get his feet set. There's pressure in his face. So he did a good job, keeping the play alive. But on Joe's aspect, he's looking to throw that ball, and he didn't even get to get his feet set.
Some of that is those big guys wearing those big numbers. They're playing a lot of snaps both directions. And when you got 6 minutes left to go and it's in the mid-80s and it's 1,000% humidity, and it's the first game of the season, they're tired.
Yeah, absolutely. Still fighting, still doing a good job, but it is what it is.
Up the middle, gain of a couple for the Cardinals.
You talk about holiday weekend, kids and coaches, and whether that's volleyball, softball, football, they'll be getting after it this weekend, trying to get better. I know we got a home volleyball game Tuesday. Like I said, we play at 2:30 softball tomorrow. So, man, we had him. Good licks.
Gone. That's just what he does. Oh, that's number 10. I thought that was Carney. That's actually Jack Keith. I thought that was their quarterback.
Again, I talked about explosive plays, saying that we needed one, and unfortunately for Mustang family, the Cardinals have had them tonight. That might be 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big plays they've had.
Momentum breakers, back breakers. Stallion Battalion down there cheering the Mustangs on. I always spot the Kellogg kid. She's always dancing. She's just a happy kid. I don't know. It's gotta
might be
It's mom.
Top 3 happiest kids I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, she's great.
Dad moment. She made all-state, she made an honor band, a high school jazz ensemble honor band as an 8th grader last year.
Wow, that's tremendous.
And she just cheesed all the way through it. So, Blake, are you down there? Some of the band kids? Who you got?
I am. I got Diesel here, and he's been up front leading the crew. And Diesel, do you guys got any competitions or anything coming up for band?
The first competition we'll be hosting will be the one that we'll actually be hosting here on September 25th, our Silent Italian Invitational. And then our first actual competition will be the Bixby competition on October 2nd.
That's awesome. So show up and support our Stadium Italian. They do a great job, and they're very talented. Love to listen to them and hear them play. Thank you, Diesel.
Thank you.
You know, it's fun to watch them as the season progresses. 'Cause obviously, we get to see them on Friday nights, and so every week they got just a little bit more. And just a little bit more. And as you get close to the end of September, they've got the whole show in place. And so just a little bit more. Couldn't brag enough on John and Dave and just the hours they put in. You ever see them? They're just sunburned.
Yeah, and how about this? They both, we're always looking for bus drivers.
Yeah.
So if you want to make some extra cash, definitely hit up Jeff Cluck. Call 443-6000. We'll get you going. But they both drive a bus, too.
Yeah.
So appreciate them.
So the kids are always great to be on the field waiting on them at 7:30. Actually, Diesel and Connor, the drum majors, do a great job at getting the students kind of stretched out and ready to go. And then when the band directors get here, they work hard. Tuesday night, they practice long till about 8.
What a great run.
What a good return for the Mustangs. Number 22.
Jaden Tanner, freshman?
Yeah, he is, and that's one of the 9th grade group. That group's talented. They got a lot of depth and a lot of athletes in that group. They're going to be really good.
Made a lot of guys miss. Saw a lot of that last year in 8th grade.
Spot the ball at the 29-yard line with 5:07 left to play. It's a Labor Day weekend, so school's closed on Monday.
Yes, sir.
I would say give kind of athletes and coaches a break, but that's not a thing.
Nope. Was talking to Coach Paya and the volleyball team. I'm going to come up and shoot some content with her and a couple seniors on Monday just before practice. I know softball, they got a game tomorrow. Football, obviously, will be at it. So Junior high's got a football game on Tuesday here, so no rest for those guys.
A minute left in the third. Union on top of Broken Arrow, 24-21. Game's kind of tightened up a little bit. Good run for the Mustangs up the left side. That'll move the chains. First down and 10. Great carry by Ashton Wright. Bigsby still showing on top of Jinx, 16-0. Join us just a little bit after 11 o'clock on the Sports Animal, 97.1. We're talking to our friend Grant Merrill. They do a statewide prep recap show. It'll begin at 10. The Mustang 7. It happens just a little bit after 11. Gain of 1 on the play.
Next year, this is week 1. A little fun fact for next year, we will be playing on 0 week.
Are we playing next year?
We're playing on 0 week. We'll be playing Fort Gibson.
They've added that.
Yeah, you can play on 0 week. We'll play kind of 3 non-district games, and then we'll have a break. There's some redistricting going on, caused some of that schedule confusion, and already had a scrimmage against them set, just like we did this year, the week before. And Coach Wagner and the coach of Fort Gibson got together and just decided to turn that into a game.
Just turn it into a game. Gonna bring up third down and a long 4. May call it 5 on the scoreboard. 3 minutes left to play. Clock still ticks.
Brought Trimble back in. I think they're probably going to try to pound it up the middle with him.
Holiday weekend to take some time to express thanks for America's military men and women, the brave men and women in uniform who provide for its protection and freedom all around the globe.
Pass complete to Streeter on the left side. He should have forward momentum to get the first down. That'll move the chains. First down and 10.
That's good for Oologah Mustang.
Some scores of note in 5A, if they're correct. Glenpool all over Skytook, 40-0.
Oh, wow.
Skytook's been really good. I know they had some question marks at quarterback. That's a big-time score. Coweta, again, if these are accurate off the Squirtle, 34-7 over Wagner.
Wow.
I'm a Coweta Tiger. I tell everyone I've been beating Wagner since 1995, so let's hit one here.
Oh, Streeter's going to dream about that one tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, I had a big-time catch right there in the first half that was unfortunately out of bounds. But I think I'm going to take away. I know you look at the scoreboard, but getting a lot of young kids, a lot of reps, and they're doing a good job. You're not really noticing when the second team's coming in, and we have had opportunities just like that. We've had the opportunities. Just a young team haven't quite capitalized, and we're hoping we can clean some of that up and capitalize next week and beyond.
Claremore on top of Bartlesville at this point. We'll be playing.
Let's go.
He's gone. There's Trimble. He's to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Stampede, touchdown.
Just like Blake called it earlier, still got Aiden in there, senior. Obviously last Collinsville game. Great job. Broke another tackle. Good job by the offensive line. So, again, you can look at it however you want. You can be glass half empty, glass half full, but we've had opportunities. We've done a lot of good things. We've had explosive runs. We just got to clean up penalties and a turnover.
You know, if a game can kind of slip away from you in the first half on some 3rd down and 3 penalties that you don't convert and you find yourself 3 scores down, sometimes those holes are really hard to dig out of.
Absolutely, absolutely. Then they kind of pin you in like, hey, we got to throw. And
then it does change your scheming and your game. But I don't want to take anything away from Collinsville.
No, they're really good. They're ranked number 2.
Yeah, they're going to do well. They're going to do big things in Class 5A, so we wish their coaching staff the best. I know those guys are friends with these guys. I mean, it's a rivalry game, but, those guys see each other at coaches' clinics.
Absolutely. Good group of guys over there. Know a couple of them personally, and just really good people. And like I said, they're really good. There's people picking them to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I would be shocked if they enter the playoffs with maybe more than 1 loss.
Sure.
They're going to be favored in pretty much every game they play this year, and you're seeing why tonight.
So congratulations to Kevin Jones. He's done a great job building just a healthy program. Collinsville, a lot like Oologah, just has a rich history of football. I think there was a time back in the 90s that they were part of our district. Would have been some of where that rivalry comes from.
Sure. Sure, and you've kind of seen, you know, talking about Coweta a little bit ago, maybe 35, 40 years ago, Coweta was actually bigger than Owasso.
Yeah.
And so Owasso grew, and then the next thing to grow was Collinsville, and you're seeing that.
Yeah. Is Skytook, are they coming down?
Yeah, they're coming down, and if you drive, I don't understand it. If you drive through town, they have every fast food restaurant you can name, and they're.
So does that happen next season? Is it with all that realignment stuff?
They're here now.
They're here now. Okay.
They're here now.
Mustang's going to go for a 2-point conversion. They're going to get it. Trimble carrying it into the left side.
So next year with the redistricting, we're going to lose, we're gaining Cushing, and we're gaining McLean back, which we had McLean for a long time, and we're going to lose Grove, and we're going to lose who was the other one? Bristow. So we'll lose Grove, lose Bristow. We're going to gain McLean. We're going to gain Cushing, and Cushing is really good.
Are those guys going up?
Just
different districts.
Yeah, just a lot of times in our size, and this is getting a lot of people, but you have teams that don't play football or may not play football, and so some go up, some go down. But that's kind of what's happening. Interesting.
We're right, kind of in the middle.
Yes.
Of SMAC 4A.
Yeah, and if you look at in my building, 9th and 10th grade is by far the biggest classes. They're over 140. My senior class is right at 100.
Yeah.
And this is my 5th year. They were 8th graders when I got here, and they've been that size since I got here. It's just a small class. But looking at the 8th grade class, I don't have access to it, but everything I'm told, they're the biggest class in the district. They're like 150. So we're going to get 50 bigger next year just by graduation.
And it's high school attendance is what they don't do K through 12. It's high school attendance.
Yeah,
is
so
what
your classification is based off your ADM, which is your average daily membership.
Okay.
If you go on the OSSA website, you can check all that out. You can see kind of where everyone slots. And that's your average daily membership at your high school.
So, it's like, oh man, if we could go down to 3A, well, that's a far drop for us because we kind of fall.
Yeah, traditionally this year we're a little lower than normal, like I said, because that senior class. But next year we'll be right back in the middle in 4A. And to be honest, I want to be in 4A. That means we have more kids. It means we have more teachers.
Sure.
We're able to offer more things. So.
Right. Little pooch kick. Cardinals will
Jackson Burchett coming out to take a kick.
36-yard line. 2 minutes and a second left on the clock.
Got some new kids out there. Kaiser Kirkpatrick, number 73. Garen Dobbins, number 60, taking some reps.
We will be on the air at
Max Becker taking some reps.
6:30 next Friday night. If you've never joined us for the Tailgate Show, please do, the Advanced Tailgate Show. Got some great guests and just talk about high school and our football in our area and talk to Coach Wagner and kind of get his thoughts. Special thanks to all the people that make this happen. Couldn't do it without Rick Fisher. Brett Wigington is our camera guy. Johnny Daramo keeps all the stats for the team, but also he shares his stuff with us. Glad to have young Blake Salt on the sideline. Man, last year he would have been the guy on the field.
Yep, he'd have been taking snaps, playing a little safety.
He's also educating you and I on proper slang usage,
stand.
such as stand and bussin' and no cap.
We have to work on some variety and diversity. We can't be using those 3 words all season. We have to break out some new words.
I got Siri gonna hook me up. I got teenagers in the home. Quarterback keep up the middle. He'll gain a couple on the play.
Good job by Max Becker being right there, taking him down.
Going to bring up about 3rd down, long 6, maybe 7, 52 seconds and counting on the play or on the clock.
It's good to see these young guys still making plays and being in the right spot. Shows promise for the upcoming season and the upcoming years for when they're a little older and it's their time to shine.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Braden Stovall playing a little safety.
Handoff up the middle, brought down by kind of a herd of Mustangs, but that'll bring up 4th down. So good for the young guys. Just playing some tough defense.
Yeah, and there's less time on the clock than the play clock, so I'd be shocked if Collinsville does anything but walk over to the sidelines here. Yep. Congrats to them. They got a great team. Definitely be looking for them to do some big things.
Our best of luck to head coach Kevin Jones. And hey, we actually get to shake hands at the end of the game this year.
Absolutely.
Didn't get to do that last year because of COVID, so. Go Mustangs. Hey, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back with our post-game show right after this.
Raising Cane's box combo, please.
Good call.
You think?
You bet. Cane's chicken fingers are always fresh, never ever frozen.
Really?
Marinated for 24 hours, hand battered and breaded, and cooked to order.
Man, that does sound good. You must really love Cane's.
Doesn't everyone? Raising Cane's chicken fingers.
Thanks. You sure are good at this.
Hey, it's my dream job.
Welcome back to Mustang Post-Game Show. The Mustangs are headed to the sideline. They're going to sing the alma mater, the fight song with the band. So we're on the air next week at 6:30. Game time will start at 7. We're on the road at Claremore. If you can't make the trip to Claremore, you can certainly join us on Facebook and YouTube. Kevin, what are your thoughts after our big takeaway for tonight?
Again, not the way we had it scripted, obviously, not the way Coach Wagner was talking today. Just mistakes, though. I felt like we were in position. That's a great team across the way there. Wouldn't be shocked if they're playing for a gold ball. But we definitely had our opportunities to be right in this game. And we're going to watch some film and build off that and have a good week of practice.
Blake, go tap him on the shoulder. He wants to talk to me. I know he actually wants to talk to you.
Put Blake in a tough spot.
Yeah, just get him. Say, hey, Coach, what are your thoughts? No, it's too late. It's done. He's gone. We missed our moment. Dadgummit, missed our moment.
Blake, I'll tell you who I got. I got Coach Rowe.
There you go.
He's DC. He's a young guy. I really liked him. He came in last year, and he did a great job. Coach Rowe, what are you going to work on next week? What are you guys going to focus on, hone in, key in for Claymore?
You know, I think we got a good defense, a good offense, good special teams units. I think we'll be okay. I think we got to tighten down on a few things. I mean, both sides of the ball. It's a good team. We're a good team. Good news is Claremore, we get to go play them next week, and we got a lot of things to fix between now and then. So.
Thank you, Coach. We believe in you guys. Thank you.
Blake, get your thoughts, too. It's our first game of the season. You know, last year you would have been there, but let's just kind of get your big takeaway from the game tonight.
Big takeaway is that, big penalties on third downs kill us. You can't shoot yourself in the foot, but that stuff cleans up as the season goes on. You get in better shape. You get mentally sharper. And there was a lot of positive to take away from tonight. Let's not forget that. Collinsville's a great team, and we hung up 22 points on the board. I mean, that's something to be said for the upcoming season. And once we get to district play, we're going to be playing teams our size. And, hopefully we don't have to battle people not playing both sides of the ball. We're running team of attrition here. And so there's a lot of positives. There's a lot of good stuff we showed tonight. Just like Coach Rowe said, we got to hone in, and they just got to get sharper mentally and just hone their craft all season long, and good things are to come.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, I appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been a joy. Week 5 or 6, the weather won't be so hot. You know what I'm saying?
You will not hear me complain about cold weather.
Brett Wigington, he's our camera guy. We couldn't do without him. The magic man behind the buttons is Rick Fisher. Our statistician is Johnny Daramo. For Blake Salt, Kevin Hogue, myself, Brent Kellogg, you guys have an amazing Labor Day weekend. We'll see you next Friday afternoon.